Okay, today we're going to try something a little different. Basically what I'm going to do is start in 1983, and I'm going to see if a franchise that only uses my favorite players can actually win a title. Now, here's the thing. We're in 83, so I was -5 years old.
Quick maths.
Don't know a ton of players, but let's run through the roster we have so far. Now, I am, of course, going to use some trickery with our budget and stuff to make sure that I can get all my players. Walter Davis leads the way, a fun score. Not really my favorite player of all time, but definitely a guy I can respect from the Suns. Now, here is a big one for me. It's Jeff Ruland, the basketball dad. Definitely going to be our early focal point because of that incredible mustache. We also have Tom Chambers. I'll probably go ahead and throw up on the screen his incredible dunk that everyone remembers. That's pretty much the only reason he's on this list. Albert King, just here because I like Bernard King and could not justify signing him. But Albert, his younger brother, not a bad player in his own right, so we'll go with him. Darnell Valentine. Learned a lot about this guy in a recent video I made breaking down the 1977 McDonald's All-American class. Again, kind of before my time, but still a dude I like. Dale Ellis. I've always thought Dale Ellis is one of those guys that if he played today would probably be better remembered because he was such a good three-point shooter, as you can see here. Terry Teagle. We'll just do these both at the same time. Terry Teagle, Craig Elo. For whatever reason, I end up making a lot of Houston Rockets saves, and these are two of my favorite guys just to say their name. Then we have Foots Walker, another great name. The rest of these guys pretty much just here because we needed body space. But what's basically going to happen going forward past this season is every draft I'm going to add my favorite players. It doesn't necessarily always mean the best players. We're not going to really get almost anybody next year. But we're just going to see if my favorite players, if I was the GM, just picking based on who I like, would win anything. My hopes are honestly not very high. This video is probably going to be very long, so I'm going to stop rambling and just jump to the end of the season and see where we end up in year number 1. Okay, we're here at the end of the season, and as you can see, we are not in the playoffs. Now, that's not too surprising. Our team is not very good yet, although there aren't a ton of teams, and we're the worst of them. So that's actually... Oh, we're going to get a good draft pick, which is problematic because I don't really care to have Michael Jordan. We might add Hakeem potentially. I'll just have to think about that off camera. But yeah, let's go ahead and see which team wins the title this season. It's probably going to be Boston or LA, and it is the Boston Celtics come out on top in a 6-game series. Larry Bird averages 34, 7.5, 7.5, 2 steals. What a series for my man. And we are going to be moving into year 2. Now, that was quick. And again, I will only be using players that I love in real life, which is going to be a bit weird here because we are going to get a top player. I may just get him and use it to trade him later for a player I like more, but I'll go ahead and jump to the draft and show you who. Okay, a bit of good news here. As you can see, we're not in the draft lottery, so we must have traded away our first round pick, and I did not know that. Yeah, you can see the Clippers have our first round pick, so I don't have to worry about selecting Michael Jordan or Hakeem Olajuwon.
What the heck are you talking about?
We'll just go ahead and jump forward into year number 2. Welcome into year number 2. As you can see, no changes have been made to the team, except for at the very bottom where all these guys don't ever play and don't matter. But this is an exciting year because this year is the year we get into some of the guys I really like. Joe Dumars could be available. Chris Mullin is probably the one we're going to go after. And then even down here, we have guys like Manute Bol would be fun. Spud Webb, of course. We could bring together that duo well before they did in real life. But yes, definitely the big target this year is going to be Chris Mullin. Let's go ahead and jump to the end of the season and see if hopefully we can be just as bad as we were last year. Okay, we finally get an individual player accolade here. Jeff Ruland makes second-team All-NBA. I will note Gus Williams, who I traded for Ruland, is also second-team All-NBA. And the Bullets added Michael Jordan, which is a bit interesting. He's already All-NBA first team. I believe this is his rookie season, so that's troubling. Okay, we are again not in the playoffs. Let's just check our standings. Here we go. Okay, we are not as bad as we were last year. We're up to the 9th seed, which is not ideal. That probably means we're getting what, it's going to be a top 10 pick, so Mullins is definitely in the picture. Let's go ahead and see who wins this title, and then we could jump into the draft. Okay, again, probably going to be Boston, LA at the end here, and the Lakers come out this time. Magic Johnson, 23 and 14 point. Okay, wow, what a good series for him. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the draft lottery. Hopefully we get a high draft pick this year. Come on, skip it, skip the lottery. And we have the number 3 pick. Okay, so we get a bit lucky here. That's good for us. All right, we're here at the pick. So far, Karl Malone and Patrick Ewing have gone. All right, so we can get anybody we want. Shrimp would be fun, but I think we got to go Chris Mullin. We're going Chris Mullin. He's added to the team. There we go. Chris Mullin is now a Seattle Supersonic. I have gone ahead and made one relatively minor change because there was getting to be such a log jam at small forward. We had Dale Ellis, Chris Mullin, and Albert King all here. I went ahead and traded Albert King to add Thurl Bailey instead. Now we have quite a few guys in the 80s. We also have a couple of first-round picks for next year, which is good because this time we have guys that I would love to target. Dennis Rodman would be huge for us. I would love to get, where is he? Drazen Petrovic or Arvydas Sabonis. Any of those three are probably well worth targeting for, people that I like quite a bit. I mean, Dennis Rodman is my second or third favorite player of all time, so he's definitely going to be a mainstay in this roster. Please get ready for him to come out of Southeastern Oklahoma State and make a hopefully major impact for us. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump to the end of the season and see how things go. Okay, not quite what we were hoping for, but I think Mullin is coming off the bench, so we'll take it. He gets second team all-rookie, and unfortunately, we are still not back in the playoffs. Let's see, where did we finish this season? Again, that's not that big of a deal, but it is a bit annoying. We are, oh wait, I did not go to standings, I apologize. We are, okay, 26 and 56, so I think that's worse than last season. Not ideal. Can we just look at our stats real quick, because that could tell us a little bit about how things are going. Okay, we just don't really have a go-to scorer. Okay, we're definitely going to have to look to add something like that in the future. Oh boy, okay. This is definitely not going as well as I was maybe hoping for, but I guess it's about what I expected. We don't have any big hitters yet. Let's see who wins these playoffs, and then we'll jump into the draft and see who we pick up. Okay, again, it's probably... Oh, okay, it's Lakers over Pistons this time. The Pistons are able to beat Boston. Now, we're going to jump in. We don't have any retirements, or we don't have any, what's it called? We don't have Hall of Fame inductees, but we will see who makes it into the draft lottery. We have, so I remember I said we had 2 picks. We have Sacramento's pick and our pick. So this could, oh my God, we have a 1 and a 3, and we get, okay, we got the 3rd pick and the 7th pick. Not ideal there. That's really annoying. Okay, jumping into the draft. Let's see who we're going to get here. First pick, Rodman. Sure. Who picked Sabonis? The Mavs took him. Okay. Petrovic is on the squad now. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into year number 3, and I'll show you what the roster looks like. The youth movement has taken place. I have gone ahead and traded away Tom Chambers, who I do still like. I've traded him for Sabonis. So now we have Rodman and Sabonis. And then, of course, we still have Petrovic. Now, of course, Petrovic is kind of in a logjam position. Elo is all the way up to 79. Walter Davis still here. But hopefully we'll probably get rid of Elo soon and pave the way for Petrovic to make it to the starting lineup. Hopefully he's only a C+ potential, so that's a bit problematic, but we'll just have to see how things go. Let's go ahead and jump to the end of the season and see if maybe we can finally make the playoffs. We get some more good news. Arvydas Sabonis is up to all rookie first team, and here we go. The team is in the playoffs. We are all the way up to the 4 seed this year. We are going up against the LA Clippers. Now these teams are completely weird right now because they have John Stockton, Adrian Dantley, Ricky Pierce, Danny Shays. Is that Dolph Shays' son? Bill Walton is here as well. Mark Oldenburg. And we are going up against them. We don't have anybody. We have 1 player above 85. And they have 2 guys. Okay, I don't know. We have a lot of depth. They have a more star power. This is going to be an interesting series. Let's go ahead and jump in and see if we can win a game or 2. All right, it is game number 5. We are tied up. We're going to go face the Lakers, who are almost certainly going to be either of these teams. Let's jump in and see if we can make that us, though. And unfortunately, we get housed in this one. Chris Mullin does have 24 points. Rulin puts up 16 and 13. Just not a great shooting night from us overall, it looks like. In fact, can we just check? And we shoot 48%, but I mean, the 3-pointers, oh my God, they took 45 free throws?
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Okay, referees, this one is a little bit fixed, I think. Oh my God. All right, so we get a little hosed here, but that's okay because we're going to lose no matter what, because next up is the Lakers. Let's go ahead and see who wins the title. It's probably going to be, Lakers versus Pacers. The Lakers go over the Pacers. Who does this Pacers team have? They have Xavier McDaniel, Buck Williams, Herb Williams, Otis Thorpe. So nobody too great. Of course, the Lakers have just come on. Wow. Yeah, it's just too good. All right, so that is that. We do not have a top pick this year, but that is okay. I'm not really too interested in this draft. I will show you who we pick up when we jump into the next season. Welcome to the 87-88 team. We have made a couple of changes, if I can just run you through it. So basically, the big thing is we've added Kevin Johnson and, of course, the I believe this is Scott Brooks, who later becomes the Thunder and then the Wizard coach. I could be wrong, though. I'm not sure. But yeah, KJ is definitely our marquee signing here. Now, another thing I've done is I went ahead and traded because I didn't like the logjam we were getting at center, which was not allowing Rodman to get on the court very much. So I went ahead and traded away... who was it? Oh, we had to draft Horace Grant. Whoa, what's happening?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
We drafted Horace Grant, and so I traded Horace Grant away and added Del Curry, because one thing we've been struggling with is to have any scoring. Now, Del Curry, not my favorite player, but since we're still waiting on Petrovic to become more of a star out there on the wing, we're going to go ahead and go with Del Curry for now and then use him for trade bait later. The problem, of course, with this season is that there really isn't anyone I want too much. I think the person we're going to target, if we can scroll down, is going to be Thunder Dan. He played for the Suns. Again, probably not a guy I would list on like my top 50 favorite players, but the nickname is great, so we'll take him for a year or two before trading him off for someone else. For now, though, let's just go ahead and jump to the end of the season and see where we end up. We will go ahead and claim every single individual award we can get at this point. Chris Mullin, third team All-NBA, and KJ makes the All-Rookie first team, which is a great sign for us. Hopefully our young guys can continue to improve. We should probably add some veterans here in a little bit, but we'll get to that in a minute. And we've fallen down to the 5 seed. Last year we were the 4 seed, but at least we're still in the playoffs. I was a little worried we might miss out. How are our stats looking now? This is good to see. Mullin almost up to 20 points a game. We are going up against the Clippers. Is that who we went up against last year? Yeah, because I had Stockton and Dantley. Yeah, so this is the same team, just a little bit better. Going to be a tough matchup for us. Let's see how it goes. And it does not go very well. We lose in 4. The Clippers are through to a battle of LA. Let's see who wins the title. Probably, the Boston Celtics. Oh, neither team makes it, actually. It is going to be Karl Malone's New York Knicks picking up a title here over the Trailblazers. This would be... yeah, Drexler's teams. Apparently, I'm not much of an NBA GM so far. Hopefully that changes, though, as we add some marquee players further down the line. But for now, let's just go ahead and jump to the 89 season and see what the team looks like. It's 1989. All that we've done is lost to Darnell Valentine because he got picked up in the expansion draft. But the team, we're looking pretty solid here. We're still, we're working our way through. But the thing is that this draft class has a couple of guys that I'm definitely going to try to be picking up. And that is going to be Sean Kemp and Tim Hardaway. I know, I understand. That is the 3 and 5, which means that we're going to have to make quite a few trades or be really, really bad. But I think it's about to be time to move on from Jeff Ruland, Craig Elo, Thurl Bailey. We have a lot of guys that I think we can just drop after the end of the season, so hopefully we can use them as a little bit of trade bait. But for now, let's just go ahead and sim through the end of the season and see if we can maybe make it out of the first round of the playoffs. No individual awards this year, but we are all the way up to the 2 seed, which is a big improvement for us. Of course, we have like a murderer's row of guys here, but for now, let's just jump into this series and see how we do. All right, we are locked here into game number 5, which is a bit surprising because these teams should not be that close. I don't know, I guess... Look, I love my basketball dad, but he's just not cutting the mustard anymore. So I think we'll probably go ahead and move Sabonis into the starting role, maybe move Ruland on. But let's go ahead and see if we can win this game. All right, I don't know if this is a sign or anything, but we're winning by 21 points, and Petrovic has come off the bench, and he has 23 points. Now, what I would like to see is him shooting some threes, because I know that man can shoot from deep. But yeah, Jeff Ruland also, I just disparaged him, and now he has a 10 and 17 game, so good for him. But yeah, I'm thinking it's about time we move on for some of these older guys and, let our young guys shine. Because if Petrovic is going to be putting up games like this, he's going to be hard to deny. Now, next round, we're going to be going up against Golden State. Who do they have? So this is Sleepy Floyd, Reggie Williams, Brad Daugherty, Larry Nance as well. This is definitely a winnable series, but we've been surprised before. Yeah, so things are looking very bad. We're down 3-0 here. Oh boy. Okay, let's just quick sim this, because if we don't win this game, we are out of it. Oh my God. Okay, so we get swept by the Golden State Warriors. To be frank, a team that I think we're probably better than. They have Brad Daugherty. He's really good. How did these go? So game 1, I don't know.
I'm just a little shook up. That's all that is.
Disappointing to see. Okay, let's see who wins these finals. It is going to be the New York Knicks back-to-back season. Should have drafted Karl Malone. Unfortunately, not a big fan of that guy. All right, we will be jumping into, I think, the 1990 season, and we're going to be making some big changes. So I will see you when the teams are set and show you what it looks like. All right, we've made some wholesale changes. The team's not going to be very good this year, but that's okay. We're letting our young guys grow. And hopefully that's going to be enough. So one thing I did add is I went ahead and gave us a veteran presence, George the Iceman Gervin. Of course, you know, in this save, he's probably not the best player to have, but we'll take him. He's only 80 overall, but he's 37 years old. So hopefully he gives some of our young guys some schooling and they get better. I don't know. But the big thing here is that we have Sean Kemp and Tim Hardaway. So we have like 2/3 of Run TMC alongside Sean Kemp. The issue is we still have KJ. I haven't made a determination. I may get rid of Tim Hardaway for someone else. Just kind of depends on how I'm feeling about KJ in the moment. But yeah, for now, we're just going to let Tim Hardaway come off the bench and see what kind of damage he can do. But for now, let's just go ahead and jump to the end of the season and see where this team ends up. Sean Kemp gets first team all rookie and Tim Hardaway gets second team. So that's good for us. Now we are up to we are the 5th seed. I was worried we might fall to the playoffs. We're actually doing solid. Sabonis is hurt. That's not great. So we're going up against Golden State here. Who do they have? This Golden State team, we just faced them last year, right? Yeah, so they have Sleepy Floyd and Brad Daugherty. So could be a tough out. Let's see how it goes. They get game 1 and game 2. And we're swept out of the playoffs once again. Yet again, we're terrible. I don't know if... Yeah, we made it out of the first round once, but we haven't gotten any further than that. Who is going to win this title? It is going to be the Lakers. Magic Johnson gets himself another title here in 1990. We will be moving on to the next season. There's not going to be a ton of additions, I don't think. So this team is going to be pretty similar to what it is, although I might make one change based on something I was reading while I was simming. So I'll talk about that in a second. While I was simulating the last season, I remembered that Kevin Johnson had some less than great things happening post-career.
Nope, I'm out. Nope.
So I went ahead and traded him out for Mark Price. He's from Enid, the same place as me, so it's all okay here. Hopefully he hasn't done anything too bad, but we added him. I've also gone and added Dana Barros, another guy who I believe if he had played later in his career would have been much better because he's such a good three-point shooter. And then finally, we added Cedric Ceballos. Now, not the best player we have on our team, but he could potentially turn into something, especially with Dale Ellis getting old. I'm hoping that maybe Ceballos can slot in as that next player behind Chris Mullin. But the team is looking okay. I mean, still, we don't have a star yet, but that's going to change pretty soon, I think. Now, next year is going to be tough because what I would love to do is get Grandmama because Larry Johnson's here. But the problem is that I think we're going to wait for the next season to sign our big marquee player, who I'm sure you can guess who that's going to be. But yeah, so I think instead we'll probably target Rick Fox or someone like that down here at the bottom. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump to the end of the season and see how the team does. Again, we will celebrate every single individual award we get. Sean Kemp gets third team All-NBA. He also makes first team All-Defense. We are going up against Sacramento. They have, Mitch Richmond, Kevin Willis, Kevin Gamble, not much else, Vinnie Johnson. Let's see if we can win this series. We get game 1 and game 2. And we sweep the Kings. We have made it into the second round. Now, this is not the first time that's happened, but it is very rare. And we get the Timberwolves, who, honestly, this team also looks pretty beatable. Let's see. All right, it's game 7 here. The Phoenix Suns are waiting for us in the Western Conference Finals. Let's see if we can make it out. All right, actually a pretty big victory here. Sean Kemp puts up 20 points, but it is a team effort here. We have, 6 or 7 guys scoring in double figures, and we are going to be moving on to face this Suns team. They have Rolando Black. Oh, that's who they have. They have David Robinson, the Admiral. Can Arvydas Sabonis hold his own? And can the rest of our guys who are pretty much across the board, I mean, Thunder Dan not as good as Rolando Blackman, but pretty much across the board, we're right up there with them. Can we make this happen? And we hold the lead going into game 6. Let's see how this goes. Here we go. Seattle up by 1, at home. It has been Chris Mullin and Mark Price leading the way for us. David Robinson, of course, for them is playing well. It has nearly 30 points. Sabonis is giving him some tough matchups because he's so big compared to him, but it has not really mattered. He is just that good of a player. Hot Rod Williams. I believe that's Hot Rod Williams. I could be misremembering. Again, these teams are changing fast, and big shot there from David Robinson. I didn't think that defense was actually terrible from Sabonis. Here we go. Tim Hardaway bringing the ball up the court. And who is he going to look for now? Here's the surprising thing. We do not have Chris Mullin on the court. I don't think he has any foul trouble. Hardaway, I thought he was going to pick and pop. He does not. Gets it over to Price. Price could shoot, doesn't. Gets it into Kemp. Kemp Gonna go to work in the post, puts up a shot, misses, and David Robinson gets the rebound. The Admiral is here to play. Ewing with the ball. I believe this guy's created. He gets an easy pass in there to Robinson, and Robinson puts his team up by 2 with 47 seconds left to go. Tim Hardaway brings it down the court. What is he gonna do? We really could use Chris Mullin in the game. He is our one, well, not our one star, but definitely our biggest star so far. But Tim Hardaway puts up a shot, makes it, ties this thing back up with 36 seconds left to go. The Suns call a timeout. We will see what they do coming out of it. Gets it into Robinson. Here we go. Can Sabonis put up a fight? He does not put, it was decently covered, but not much of a fight there from Sabonis. It is now a 2-point lead for the Suns here with 27 seconds on the clock. We're going to call a timeout. We'll see what we do coming out of it. Maybe we can put in somebody, another body or something to deal with Robinson, because Sabonis has not been having a good time so far.
When a guy's banging you,
David Robinson is doing David Robinson things, has his team up by 2 with 27 seconds left on the clock. The Supersonics, are going to have to take advantage of their scoring prowess from everywhere else on the court and hope that David Robinson does not destroy them. Gets it over to Tim Hardaway. A good screen there from Sean Kemp. Doesn't do much with it. Gonna have, is that a moving screen? Arvydas Sabonis. Wait, no, did they call it on Kemp? Kemp gets called for a moving screen there. I thought it was Sabonis. And that could be the nail in the coffin for the Seattle Supersonics. Of course, I believe they're going to have Game 7. You would think I would remember this since I just filmed it, but unfortunately, my memory is a little rough today. Jefferson gets fouled. He's going to go to the line. Has a chance to put his team up by 4 here with 17 seconds on the clock. Not the best scorer, but he does make the first. He is a good free throw shooter. Okay. Can he put this one pretty much away here? It is up and in. That makes it a 4-point game with 17 seconds left on the clock. Gonna be tough for the Sonics to get back into this one. Gonna have to shoot quickly. Sean Kemp, not the guy you want to go to. Thunder Dan will throw one up and miss it, and that is going to be your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. The Phoenix Suns will force a Game 7 behind a monster 34-point and 15-rebound performance from the Admiral. Let's go ahead and jump into game number 7. All right, I was on the fence about jumping into this one, but we are going to lose by 10 here. We don't have very much scoring. Sean Kemp has a monster game. 23 boards, 15 points, 3 blocks. But it's a problem when David Robinson is putting up 38, 16, and 6 with 2 steals for good measure. It's just a dominant performance here from the Phoenix Suns, and the Seattle Supersonics are out of this. The Suns will be moving on to play the Hawks. Let's see who wins the Suns sweep. So we probably would have won ourselves a title had we made it through. Unfortunately, David Robinson is way too good at this point, and we just don't quite have the star power yet to match up with them. Hopefully we get that very soon. Welcome to 91-92. Here is the team. We're progressing pretty well so far. However, next year I think is when we're going to make our biggest splash, because in the 92 draft, of course, Shaquille O'Neal was up for grabs, and Arvydas Sabonis has not been coming around as well as we were hoping for. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to shed a bunch of cap space, trade for Shaq after this season, but we'll have one more season with this core team, and then we'll just have to see how things shake out. For now, let's go ahead and jump to the end of the season and see how we do. We're here at the end of the season, and Dino Raja is making a push to be still on the team. He wins most improved. We're not going to keep him. He's not going to take Shaq's spot, don't worry. And while we're unable to win any other regular season awards, we are the number 5 seed. And around 1, we're going up against the Golden State Warriors team. They have our former friend Jeff Ruland, also Brad Daugherty. Reggie Lewis is here. Sleepy Floyd could be a tough team. Let's see how we do. We relatively easily make it out of that one. Now we're going against the Clippers. The Clippers, they could be okay. They got John Stockton, Doc Rivers, so it's not going to be easy. All right, we are locked into Game 7. Let's see if we can win this. And behind John Augustine's 30 points, they are going to blow us out here, 121-106. The Clippers will be moving on. Let's go ahead and see who wins the title, and then we'll jump into the next year. The Clippers are going to win. Okay, sure. They are led by they just beat us, right? John Augustine. All right, so in this offseason, we're going to make our first big addition. We're going to be adding Shaquille O'Neal to the roster. So I will jump ahead and show you what the team looks like with Shaq added. Big Shaq Daddy is here in Seattle. We got rid of Mark Price, Dino Raja, and Thunder Dan. So those guys are all gone, which is nice because, of course, we get Shaq, but then it also opens up Petrovic to be our starting 2 guard, and then we have Dana Barros to be our sharpshooter off the bench. So the team is looking very solid now. Would like to see Rodman grow some, but he's 31 years old, so probably not happening. Want to get him a title. He's got a couple years, I'm hoping, but let's go ahead and jump into this season and see how we do. Hopefully Shaq can win Rookie of the Year, and we can make it to the finals.
Wait! Yeah!
One goal down. Shaq does win Rookie of the Year. He gets 19 and 8. Not bad. 2 blocks a game as well. Also nearly 60% from the field. And here's a big one. We are the best team, at least in our conference, at 64 and 18. That is huge. Mike Fratello is the Coach of the Year. Sean Kemp is first team All-NBA, up to an 88 overall. And Tim Hardaway, also an 88, is third team All-NBA. Things are definitely looking up for us this season. All right, in round one, we're going up against these Phoenix Suns. They have MVP David Robinson. Otherwise, though, not the strongest team. I mean, Rolando Blackman's fine. This creative player is good as well, but I think we'll probably win this one just based on our depth. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, we get through in 4. Now it's on to face this Blazers team that has, what, Fat Lever. This is a team we traded Mark Price and Dino Raja to, so they have a decent team. They actually are pretty deep on the bench, but for some reason, their starters just aren't quite as good. Let's see how it goes. A relatively uneventful sweep. Now we have this Dallas team in the Western Conference Finals. They have Mark Aguirre, who's always tough. And then several other guys around him that are pretty solid, but I think we have a bit of an advantage in terms of depth. Let's see how we do. All right, we're tied up here in game number 7. The Patrick Ewing and Scottie Pippen Bulls are waiting for us in the finals. Let's see if we can make it through and go face them. A comfortable win here in game number 7. We go over them 106 to 80. Sean Kemp, Shaquille O'Neal both having 20-point games. Tim Hardaway, 12 and 10, solid for him. And now it's on to this Bulls team. Kevin Johnson, Joe Dumars, Scottie Pippen, Hakeem Olajuwon, Reggie Theus. Lots of good players here. Hopefully we can get a victory here. This would be the very first title my franchise can win. And to do it in Shaq's rookie season would be quite the accomplishment. Let's jump in. We were up 3-1 at one point. Now the series is all tied up. Here we go into game 7. Come on, guys. And it was an absolute blowout. The Bulls rock us. Scottie Pippen drops nearly 30 points. Hakeem Olajuwon, 20 and 13. Even Reggie Theus, 19 points, 10 boards. We just did not have the juice. But things are starting to look up, so let's go ahead and jump into the next season. Now, what I wanted to do was go get Penny Hardaway, but I decided to roll with Tim Hardaway for at least another couple of seasons until he gets a bit older. Let Penny kind of become himself, and then maybe we'll bring him over depending on how I'm feeling. That said, I did go make a couple of additions. I brought back in, I think I had him before, but if I didn't, I should have. Dale Ellis is back. I also went ahead and added Isaiah Ryder. Now, basically what I'm looking to do is bring in someone behind Petrovic that can take his spot eventually. I love Isaiah Ryder. Jeff Ruland is back on the squad. He's not going to play. He's barely going to start. He's probably going to retire here, but I wanted to get him back on the team so hopefully he would finish his career as a Supersonic and we could retire his jersey because, I just love my basketball dad. Let's go ahead and jump to the end of the season and see if the improvements we made around Shaq are enough to win us a title. We are the 1 seed once again. We're going up against the Lakers, which, maybe it looks like Magic Johnson is hurt, so that could be a big boost for us. I think our next big upgrade is going to have to be replacing Chris Mullin, which fortunately this draft has the perfect player to do it, but for now, let's jump into the playoffs and see if we can beat these Lakers. Okay, that was simple. Now it's on to Dallas, and this team they don't have, Mark Aguirre is hurt, so this team is also injured, so we might have another easy series. Let me just sim through this quickly. Stick you with me.
What?
And we are going to get a sweep. All right, we are through again. We have a very easy path to the playoffs so far. Golden State is up next, and they have, let's see. They have Brad Daugherty still, Larry Nance, so they're missing Reggie Lewis, so another injury here. Are we going to make it 3 for 3? 1, 2, 3. They got us. Okay, can we finish this out? Oh, boy. Okay, we finished it out. We're up against the Pistons here in the NBA Finals. They have Randolph Jefferson, Allen Houston, Dennis Scott, Karl Malone. Do they have any injuries? No, they have no injuries, so they should be fine. Although I really think we have an advantage here. Let's jump in and see if we can win our first title. Okay, we are up 3-0. We have 4 games to do this. Come on, guys. We are jumping in here to see our boys celebrate their first NBA title win. They're going to do it at the Palace at Auburn Hills behind a 20-point victory here. Let me just quickly show you the stats before we check out of this. Karl Malone actually dropped 33 and 14. What a game from Karl Malone. Holy smokes. But Shaquille O'Neal, Sean Kemp, and the boys get it done. Love to see that. There's a quick look at the stats. Dana Barros going to dribble this thing out. We win this by 20 points, a massive blowout here to capture our first ever NBA championship. I see Dennis Rodman there in the top left corner cheering. We got Rodman a title. It's not quite the 3 or how many did he win in real life? 4, 5 maybe. So not quite that many, but it doesn't matter. Sean Kemp drains that one for good measure. And the Seattle Supersonics are your NBA champions. Now, the question is going to become, do we keep the team the same, or do we go and try to trade for somebody like Grant Hill to replace... Ooh, I just saw... Does Shaquille O'Neal have the wrong number? No, he has 32. Okay, we're good. But we got to go decide if we're going to trade to try to replace Chris Mullin with someone like Grant Hill, a young guy who's going to be very, very good. Of course, Grant Hill, a favorite of mine, but I don't know. We'll just have to think about it some more. We may go ahead and stick with Chris Mullin for a couple more years, but I'm going to go ahead and jump into the next year and show you what we decide to do. Quick update here, because it is 1995, we have made absolutely no changes to the squad. They're exactly the same, no changes. We just have our guys going up in overall or down in overall as they get older. Of course, we got some old fogies like Dennis Rodman and Jeff Ruland here at the bottom. Dale Ellis, also 34. We're hoping to see them retire soon because I'd like to have a chance at potentially getting their numbers retired with us. But for now, all we can do is jump to the end of the season and see how the team does. It's the Rain Man and Shaquille O'Neal, both in the 90s now, so that's a very good sign. Both of our bigs up in the 90s. We're going up against the Timberwolves here. They have, Sean Elliott, LaFonso Ellis. This should be an easy victory. Let's just sim through this round real quick. And yeah, we're through. We're going to face the Lakers. Is this team any good? Oh. Yes, they do have Magic. They still have James Worthy as well. So this could be a tough matchup for us, but I think we probably have what it takes. I'll just keep you with me and sim through this really quickly. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We get a sweep there. Let's go ahead and sim to the next round. We're going to get Dallas, a team we know pretty well, although Mark Aguirre is down quite a bit in overall, so this should be an easy victory for us as well. Let's just sim the round. And yes, we are back into the finals. Ooh, now we're getting to the point where maybe my teams are too good. I don't know. Okay, so this is Penny. This is Rick Smits. This is Billy Owens. This is, how do you say his name? Tom Gugliotti.
Oh my God.
Decent squad, but I think we're probably going to win this. Let's just check real quick. If we're going to sweep, we're not going to sweep. Okay. If it's not going to be close... Yeah, okay, so we win another title that's back-to-back. Maybe with Shaq, I've made this team a little too strong, but we struggled for a long time, so hopefully this Shaq run is going to be good for us. Let's go ahead and jump into the next season and see how we do. Okay, actually, before we jump into the next season, here's some sad news. Basketball Dad is retired. Dale Ellis is also retired. Has our other guy, Dennis Rodman, he is not retired. Did we get... Oh, we didn't get any jersey retirements. Ah, dang it, that sucks. Okay, I was really hoping at least Jeff Ruland would get our jersey retirement with us. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen. All right, now we're going to go jump into the next season. We are in the era of my favorites not really starting to work for me anymore, because as an Oklahoma State alumni, I, of course, had to go out and get Big Country Bryant Reeves. Also, I went and signed a couple of my favorite older dudes. Thurl Bailey, I believe, has already been on the team before, but the X-Man, of course, is a favorite of anyone who used to watch the old Pros versus Joe show. And then I went and signed Bob Sura, and I'll be honest, not a huge fan of Bob Sura in the real time, but his card, and I want to say 2K21, my team, is just one of my favorites I've ever used. And then I signed David Vaughn because he's from Memphis, and that's where I live now. So we're going with him. So let's go ahead and jump to the end of the 1996 season and see how the team does. Here we go. I think this is our first MVP. I could be misremembering. I'm recording this video over like 2 weeks, so I could have definitely forgotten. Either way, Shaq does finally get an MVP, 20 and 12. And Big Country is second team all rookie. And we're going up against the Jazz, who have Scott Skiles, Kendall Gill, a couple other dudes that are pretty solid, but nothing too scary. We should make it through this pretty easily. And we do. We're going to go sweep. We're going to go Golden State. They have Grandmama, Larry Johnson. They have Brad Daugherty. This team has been pretty good throughout. Robert Ory's on their squad. So let's go ahead and see how we do up against the Warriors. All right, not quite a sweep, but still handled them pretty easily. It's Sacramento now. I haven't seen this team yet. Okay, Terry Porter, Mitch Richmond, Ron Harper. Why is Ron Harper on the bench? Dikembe Mutombo sitting back there as well. This team could be tough. We are through. We are going to be going up against the Milwaukee Bucks, who have Chris Webber and a bunch of mediocre players, if I'm being honest. Our team is maybe a bit strong. I mean, it's just really our starting five. Our bench is not that deep, not like it used to be. So let's go ahead and see if we can win this one. 1:06 left on the clock here in Seattle. We hold, I believe, a 3-1 series lead. We're looking to close this one out right here and finish it in Seattle. Bring home a title for our boys. We've won, I think, 2 so far. This would be the number 3. I think it's probably going to happen. C-Webb misses the shot there over Sean Kemp. That's good news for us. Ryder bringing the ball down the court. We could pretty much just run this clock out if they're not going to foul us, which it doesn't look like they're going to do. I mean, maybe they're waiting to get the ball to Shaq. I'm not really sure what's going on. A steal there. Hardaway is now cold. Williams does not get the ball up the court, but he does make the lay-in. Now it's a 5-point game. 36 ticks left on the clock. What are the Supersonics going to do? Now, you got to assume it's going to be a foul here. They're not fouling. Okay, there they go. They fouled Tim Hardaway. Hardaway is not going to the line, but he is cold. So when he does go to the line, potentially he could miss these. We could be in trouble. All right, got to foul him fast. Okay, 33 seconds. 5-point game. Tim Hardaway needs to ice this, but he's cold right now. Oh, and Tim Hardaway. Okay, he puts that one away. Ooh. All right, I was a little worried there. Milwaukee, calls a timeout. They're going to take a look at this. They have a 6-point deficit, 33 seconds on the clock. There's definitely enough time. The question is, do they have the shooters? Let's see. Here we go. What will Milwaukee draw up coming out of this timeout to get themselves back into this series? Ferguson is inbounding. He has a wide open guy, gets it to Williams. Williams pops and misses. That is probably going to be it, I think. Sean Kemp's going to go to the line. If he makes either of these, this is going to be icing it. Unfortunately, despite Sean Kemp having a bad night tonight, unfortunately for the Bucks, they're not able to win this game and take the series back to Milwaukee. It looks like the Supersonics, almost said the Kings, the Supersonics are going to be the ones walking away here. Ed Gamble. Okay, Kevin Gamble. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, here we go. This is the end of the game. Williams dribbling it out. They're not even going to try, I don't think. Yeah, Chris Webber just going to hold on to the ball, maybe put up a shot, and that is going to be your ball game. So I'm going to go ahead and check out of here. We don't need to see them celebrate. We have won title number 3. Let's go ahead and jump forward into the next season. Unfortunately for me, Lorenzen Wright from Memphis is not in this draft class. Who? Neither is Samaki Walker. I'm not really sure why we don't have the rights to either of those guys.
I don't know what he was talking about, but
we do have the rights to Derek Fisher. Derek Fisher, one of my favorite all-time point guards, who went ahead and made the potentially questionable decision to replace Tim Hardaway with Derek Fisher. It probably is not going to work out for us, but we'll stick with it for now. Other than that, the team is essentially the exact same. Not really very many big additions. Let's jump to the end of the season and see how we do. Shaq wins himself another MVP, so at least we have that. Also, he's above 50% from the line, so that's good for us. Okay, we are the 1 seed, but I'm going to show you something that's a bit worrying. As you can see, there is a big hole in the team right now because Mr. Shaquille O'Neal has, we can't see it here actually, let's just jump to the roster. He has a broken right toe. He's going to be out for the rest of the playoffs. I guess he just broke it because I think he played every single game this season. Yeah, he played every game this season, so I guess this happened in the very last game. Not good news for us. Let's see if we can get past the Nuggets. And we are going to get past them. So next we have the Clippers. This team is going to be tough to beat, honestly. This is KG, Jamal Mashburn, and John Stockton. Now that is a crew. All right, we are locked up here in game number 7. Let's see if we can get through and go face San Antonio. 1:15 left on the clock. The Clippers have a 2-point lead right now. Bryant Big Country Reeves is our leading scorer with nearly 30 points. I think he's sitting at 29 right now. John Stockton is tired, gets the ball into KG. This is where they're going to work because I don't know. Oh my gosh, I was about to talk about Bryant Reeves being unable to guard him, but he does it there. Petrovic doesn't look up, can't get the ball into Isaiah. Could have shot there, decides not to. Looking for the screen, doesn't get it, gets it over to Mullen. Mullen back all the way across the court to Isaiah. Isaiah's going to get that screen from Big Country. Big Country, oh, okay, nice pass. KG unfortunately plays good defense, and we can't get a score there. All right. Okay, come on. We need something here. We got to hold them. Byron Scott goes to work, gets it to Mashburn, back to Scott. Mashburn, okay, I thought he was going to try to scoot around there, but he's not able to. Stockton, they have quite a few small guards in right now. I'm not really sure why we haven't gone for a foul here. We're wasting a ton of clock. And if they hit the shot, we are in big trouble. Jamal Mashburn, can he put it to work? The Mash Monster. That's not his name. The Monster Mash. Hits the shot, puts his team up by 4, 24 seconds on the clock. Remember, no Shaquille O'Neal in this game. He cannot come save us. What will the Supersonics do coming out of the timeout? All right, not much time left here. We're going to have to score quick. Sean Kemp back in the game. Bob Sur is in there. He's a good 3-point shooter. Could look to get it to him. Chris Mullen might be going to be open on here on the wing. Doesn't get it. Gets Ryder. Isaiah pulls. Oh my gosh. Immediately hits that shot. That makes it a 2-point game with 22 seconds left on the clock.
It's a family show, y'all.
Look at those numbers from Big Country and KG. 24 and 16 for KG. 29 points, for Big Country. But now Byron Scott is going to the line. Let's see what he can do. He has 16 points, to be fair. Scott hits his first. He's a good free throw shooter. This could be not good for us. Can he make his second? He is tired, so maybe he'll miss this? No, he makes it. All right, it is a 4-point game. We need Isaiah to hit another quick shot. Come on, boys. Bob Sur brings the ball down the court. Got to shoot fast. Come on. Put something up here. Get a screen. Do something. Don't just stand around. Okay, gets it into Big Country. Big Country has the size, but I don't know if this is a winning matchup. No, it is not. Stockton gets the ball. He is going to go to the line. This is probably over. John Stockton, a good free throw shooter, although he's shooting terribly tonight, but he makes me eat my words just as I speak him. Only 12% for John Stockton. Wow. Okay, he does miss that one, but that is pretty much going to be the game. Yeah, not pretty much. That is going to be the game. Bob Sura is going to jack up a triple here and miss it, and there you go. The Clippers are in the Western Conference Finals. Unfortunately, our run of 3 straight championships ends with a Shaquille O'Neal fractured big toe. We'll see who wins the title, and then we'll jump into the next season. And it is those Los Angeles Clippers. They go through. KG is the finals MVP. They beat Penny Hardaway's Hornets, and we are moving on to the next season. Excuse me, just wanted to stop down for 1 second, let you know that Dennis Rodman did retire. Unfortunately, we didn't retire his jersey, which is very disappointing. We had to do it. Tim Thomas is here, which means we had to clear out Cedric Ceballos so we can move Tim Thomas to the small forward and let him cook. Now, we've also made a little bit of a choice to get rid of Bob Sura to clear the path for Derek Fisher. I want to see him improve some more. I've also gone ahead and traded for Nate McMillan. The CPU signed us another player here, so I just traded for an old guy that I like. Finally, we've added a former Survivor player, which is one of my favorite TV shows, Scott Pollard. Didn't really love him when he was a player, but we got to represent for Survivor, so let's go ahead and jump in and see how this team does. Shaq isn't able to win MVP this year. That goes to Chris Webber, but he does pick up Defensive Player of the Year for the first time in his career. And we are the 1 seed, but we do not have the best record. That goes to Charlotte this time. We're going up against Houston. I was going to say this team looks okay, but they're actually pretty solid across the board. I mean, yeah, they're deep. They're good. They don't... Oh, Ceballos. Uh-oh. Is he going to play spoiler? Is he going to come back and hurt his old team? They don't have anybody that can match up with Shaq is their problem, but otherwise they're pretty good. Let's go ahead and jump in and see how this goes. Okay, we actually get a pretty easy sweep, and now we're facing Golden State here in the next round. Another team that is very solid. They have Daugherty and Larry Johnson, as they always have, but a lot of their guys are starting to get old, so we might have a good chance here. We are locked into a game number 7. Let's see who's going to go face the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals. It looks like we're going to pull away, so I'm not going to jump into this one, but we'll go a little bit slow here. We're up by quite a few points, and yeah, we're going to win this one by 7. We're moving in to play the Clippers. The Clippers we know pretty well. KG's up to 92. Mashburn up to 89. This team is the team that bested us last year. Can we get past them and make it back to the NBA Finals? Let's find out. Oh boy, we are down 2-3. So are the Hornets, by the way. Let's see if we can force this game 7.
Yeah.
My finger slipped, and we have lost. I wanted to jump into this one, but we have lost by 6. Sean Kemp has 30 and 10. On the other side, oh boy, a murderer's row of 20-point scores here for them. Man, we are out of this in the Western Conference Finals, and the Clippers are going to go on to win another title. KG is absolutely dominant out in LA. He is taking over Shaq's spot as the preeminent big man. We're going to have to jump into the next season and see if we can regroup and potentially get back to the finals. Okay, I made a couple of executive decisions, as is my right to do. We went ahead and traded away Isaiah Ryder. I like him, right? But I wanted to get Ricky Davis into the squad. Love Ricky Davis. Probably not going to be a very good player for us, but we're going to pick up a shooting guard next year that I think will take his spot. So we had to go. I also went ahead and added Mark Aguirre toward the end of his career just to fill a roster spot. And then the final move we made is we added White Chocolate Jason Williams. Now, it does mean that I went ahead and got rid of Derek Fisher to clear the way for White Chocolate to be our starting point guard. I believe he is starting, right? Yeah, he's our starting point guard over Nate McMillan at 34 years old. I'm hoping he grows into something. Now, he has a C potential, so it's probably unlikely, but the thought of Jason Williams alongside Sean Kemp and Shaquille O'Neal has my mouth watering. Let's jump to the end of the season and see what this team does. Okay, just in case there's any Jason Williams haters out there, it didn't affect the team too much. We are still the number 2 seed, but we do have to face this Clippers team, which is very, very good. I'm not sure how they're the 7th seed when they have Jamal Mashburn and Kevin Garnett both playing. Maybe they got hurt. Let's hope we can make it out of the first round, because if we do, we might have a legitimate chance to make the finals. Here we go. Okay, it comes down to this. It is game number 5. Denver is waiting in round 2. Come on, boys. And we actually win this one by almost double digits. I'm a bit surprised by that one. Now we're going up because of Denver here, and their team is also very good. The buck might be stopping here. Let's jump in and see if we can win this one. But we are able to win that one in 6. Now it's time to face San Antonio, who has J.D. Winston, Isaiah Ryder, our friend and a former teammate. Actually, this team is pretty deep, to be honest with you, but not a lot of top-end talent, so we should probably take this. Okay, we actually get through relatively easily. Now it's time to face the Charlotte Hornets team. they're very good, and they're very good. Oh, I didn't even notice that Michael Jordan. Okay, they're very good, and they're very good in positions that we're bad at. However, we have a Shaq going up against this 73 overall man. So definitely, I mean, this one's going to be tough. This one is definitely going to be tough. Okay, let's jump in and see how it goes. Like I said, it's going to be tough. Time to jump into game 7. Okay, when I said it was going to be tough, I didn't think we were going to lose by 20 here. Sean Kemp, Shaq both show up, but Penny puts on a show. 38 points. Michael Jordan is good for 26 of his own and 2 blocks as well. And this guy, what is it? Gary Hood also is that the... I was going to say that better not be that 73 overall center. Okay, we are going to lose this one, unfortunately. We lose here in the finals. Penny Hardaway is your finals MVP. Now, the good news is I think we're going to add a player or two that could help quite a bit next year. Let's go ahead and jump to the start of the 99-2000 season, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, here we are. We're ready to start the new era of Supersonics basketball. Hopefully, Richard Hamilton, Rip, is here. He is going to be taking over as our starting shooting guard. I have also, where is he added? Yeah, Jonathan Bender as well. Now, of course, we're hoping Bender pans out a little bit better than he did in real life. We still have X-Man hanging around here at 62 overall somehow. But yeah, the team is looking... It's going to be rough. It's going to be a rough season. We still have Shaq. We still have Sean Kemp. We're entering what's going to be a bit of a rebuilding period here in the 2000s, but hopefully we could turn it back around relatively soon. Let's go ahead and jump into the season, see how we do. Well, we didn't make the playoffs. We didn't even make it into the playoffs. We were trash. I did not think our team was going to fall off quite this quickly, but yeah, 33-49. Not too good for a team who is coming off of a finals appearance. Hopefully some of our younger guys start to grow next season. But for now, let's just go ahead and see who wins the title. And it is the Indiana Pacers being led by Christian Laettner. Winning, oh my word. Okay, this Nuggets team, we've seen them. They're very good. They have Antonio McDyess and several other guys. But yes, this team, oh, it's Kobe's team. Oh, okay. So, okay, I was like, they're led by Christian Laettner. Okay, no, so they have Skip to My Lou, Kobe, Christian Laettner, Sean Bradley, some guys in the bids. Thunder Dan's there, our old friend. Okay, so wow. Okay, Kobe gets a title. So at least if you're a Shaq and Kobe fan, both of them did win some. But for now, all we can do is jump into the next season and add some more players. And hopefully this time we will actually make the playoffs. I did just want to point out before we go through that Chris Mullin and X-Man have both finally retired. Let's check real quick. Did Chris Mullin get a jersey retirement? He is. Number 17 retired with the Sonics. Did he make the Hall of Fame? He did not. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into next season. I'll show you what the team looks like. Okay, the team hasn't changed that much, but I have made a few big signings, at least for me personally. Now, the one thing you're going to notice is we've brought back Mark Price. We also added Tyronn Lue. Basically, we just needed some depth, so I brought them back. Desmond Mason, though, is the big signee this year. He is an Oklahoma State man. You may be wondering, I don't think I addressed this actually, why I got rid of Big Country. See, the problem is when I have these guys on my team and they're being blocked from playing by guys like Shaq, I want to let them grow. So I go ahead and I send them out. I let them spread their wings and hopefully they can come back to the team later on. But yeah, I didn't want to stunt Big Country's growth too much and he's doing pretty well. So hopefully Desmond Mason could do the same thing. We've also added Deshaun Stevenson, another guy that I just loved, who is maybe a weird pick for most, but Deshaun Stevenson was my favorite player of those 2000s Wizards teams with like Gilbert and Caron Butler and Antoine Jameson. I don't really know why. I just loved him a lot in NBA Live back in the day, so we're going to stick with him here. The team is not that great, but hopefully this year we can make the playoffs. Let's go ahead and jump forward to the end of the season. If you're a Chris Webber fan, this save is for you. I think this is his like third or fourth MVP in a row. We could check real quick. Let's see, where is it? Award history. Oh, just 2. Wait, he's only won 2? I felt like he'd won 3 or 4. All right, whatever. But either way, Chris Webber is playing very well. He has the Bucks in contention almost year in and year out. And I haven't pointed this out, but I should note that Shaquille O'Neal keeps winning Defensive Player of the Year. I think this is his 3rd or 4th year in a row. This time we do make it into the playoffs. We're playing the Lakers here as the 7th seed. Going to be a tough matchup for us. They have 91 overall. Chauncey Billups, Rashad Lewis, Thunder Dan, our old friend, is here. Stacey King. Ooh, yeah, this could be... Oh, Dana Barros. Man, this team has all of our old guys. Dana Barros is here. This is definitely a winnable series. Let's hop in. Well, I was wrong. We got swept. Let's see who wins the finals. And the Cleveland Cavaliers.
What's so good about Cleveland?
With Stephon Marbury, go over the Lakers to win it in 7. Most likely we're not making any team changes, so let's go ahead and jump to the next season. Okay, I lied. We did make a major signing. The White Mamba is here, Brian Scalabrine. I also noted while I was looking through, because I was like, why has Ben Wallace not come up for the draft? I don't think he's in a draft class. He would have been in the 96 draft. He went undrafted that season. Maybe he's in there and I just missed him and he already retired. I'm not really sure. Either way, we unfortunately are going to be missing out on my favorite player ever, which sucks for me, but oh well, what can you do? Let's go ahead and jump into the season, see how the team does. Okay, C-Web may have changed teams, but he's MVP once again. Also, Shaq continues to be the best defensive player in the league, so at least we have that going for us. And we are the 8th seed. We're going up against this Minnesota team that has Mike Bibby, Manu, Danielle Marshall, and some other guys. Ooh, Kerry Kittles is in there. This could be a tough matchup for us, but I think we have the edge because of Shaq. Let's see how it goes. Okay, we are locked into game number 5. Let's see if we can maybe make it out of the first round and get a big upset. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get anywhere close to that upset. They are leading us by, what is that, 40 points?
We didn't roll over.
They are just absolutely having their way with us. We'll have to see who leads their team in scoring. It's probably going to be, I mean, Shaq has 20, but oh my gosh, Manu has 38 and 11. Manu Ginobili, 11 rebounds. Okay, sure. Mike Bibby has 27, and we are bombing out of the playoffs once again. Unfortunately, I'm not really sure when things are going to get better. Let's go ahead and see who wins this title. And the Cleveland Cavaliers make it back-to-back. Stephon Marbury is absolutely dominating the NBA right now. We are going to make a couple of additions this year. Hopefully they help us out. Let's go ahead and jump to the next season, and I'll show you what the team looks like. Okay, so this season I wanted to make a couple of additions, and I did make them, but I had to use player-created characters, so they're not exactly perfect. As you can see, Tayshaun Prince probably a little too high in overall here. I brought him down some. They had him as an 84 as a rookie, which was a little strong as a 23rd overall pick. And honestly, 79 is probably a little too high, but I didn't want to take him down too far. But yeah, if it's a team of my favorites, we cannot have Tayshaun Prince simply because of that block he had on Reggie Miller in the playoffs. And then, of course, we got to stick with our Memphis boys. DeJuan Wagner is here again, maybe a little high, although he was like a top 6 pick. So it's probably deserved that he has a relatively high ranking and good potential, but I don't know if he's going to really pan out for us. Just hopefully a good backup for White Chocolate moving forward. All right, those are the changes we've made. Let's go ahead and jump in and see how the team does. He's done it again, although Chris Webber no longer MVP. It is Tracy McGrady for the Mavericks this season. All right, we're starting to move up. We are the 6th seed against San Antonio. Jason Kidd, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Michael Redd, Isaiah Ryder, our former friend. George Lynch looks like he's seen a ghost. That man looks terrified. But we definitely have an advantage as far as our big men go. I think Shaq is going to probably have his way with Darnell Jameson. Hopefully that means we can make it out of the first round. Let's jump in. Okay, we made it into game number 7, and we absolutely blow these guys out. Now we're moving on to face the Utah Jazz, another lower seed. They have, oh boy, okay, they have Dirk, otherwise not that great. Should be a winnable series. I mean, they do have Jamal Crawford, so I don't want to disparage him too much. But yeah, I think we're probably going to win this one. Let's see. Okay, we do make it through in 5. However, I'm pretty sure the buck is going to stop here. Look at this Mavericks team. Nick Van Exel, Tracy McGrady, Lamar Odom, Paul Pierce, Tony Kukoc coming off the bench, Stromile Swift as well, Corliss Williamson, Chris Gatling even is here. Eddie Curry and Kwame Brown. Is this a joke? We are going to get murdered, but, you know, we'll try our best. All right, we are going to lose this one pretty handedly. They beat us by 23 points. Shaq has 26, but T-Mac has 33 of his own. It is just an absolute blowout for them. They're going to be facing the Pistons here in the finals. Let's see who wins. The Mavericks go through in 5. They are your NBA champions. T-Mac finally gets that coveted championship of his own. And we are going to be jumping into the 2003 draft, which is going to be very exciting. I'm sure you know why.
Well, I mean, are you a smart guy?
All right, the new era is upon us. Matt Bonner is on the squad.
What?
No, but really, this team is all about adding LeBron James. Now, I did go ahead and get rid of Shawn Kemp, and the reason for that is that I knew that putting LeBron in the small forward position meant that Tim Thomas was not going to get playing time. So I went ahead and moved Thomas over to power forward, went ahead and got rid of the aging, I think he's like 33, 34, Shawn Kemp. And that should make room for LeBron to be our 2nd or 3rd option after Shaq, and hopefully will mean he will progress relatively quickly. Now, we probably need at least one more guy, which hopefully we'll get here in the next few years. And to be honest with you, some of these teams are looking very strong. For instance, you are a Cavs fan. You got to be very happy with this squad because they have 390 overalls. and Antoine Jameson and several other 80s coming off the bench. There's also this Mavs team, which not quite as good as the Cavs, but T-Mac, Paul Pierce, Lamar Odom, Nick Van Exel, lots of very good players. So it's going to be tough sledding for us. We're going to need probably at least one more star here pretty soon, but hopefully we can make that happen before Shaq retires. For now, let's just jump into it, see how the season goes. Okay, at the very least, LeBron does win Rookie of the Year, so that's a good sign for our future. Shaq, I think this is his 5th or 6th in a row Defensive Player of the Year. At this point, we got to rename this award after him, and we have moved up to a 2 seed. We're going up against Houston here. They have Steve Nash, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, several other decent players, but I think we probably have the edge. Let's jump in, see how it goes. We're locked into game number 7. Hopefully we can make it out so we can go face Dallas and probably get destroyed. And that is a blowout. LeBron James comes alive, drops 36 points, 7 steals. 7 steals. And this team just gets ripped to shreds by LeBron. And now we have to go face Dallas, who, as you probably remember, they got T-Mac. Oh, wait. They got T-Mac, Paul Pierce. Oh, I really don't know why Stromile Swift is not starting over Eaton Thomas, but whatever. But maybe LeBron can have another great series. Let's see. Yeah, we don't even win a game. Let's see who wins the title. The Mavericks go over the Bulls. It is going to be T-Mac getting Finals MVP. Look at this. The Cleveland Cavaliers, for all the hype I gave them, don't even make it out of the first round. They lose to Kobe Bryant's Pacers, but it doesn't matter in the end. It is the Mavericks that win the title, the team that beat us. So that's good, I guess. Let's go ahead and jump into the next season and see what the team looks like. Our 2 big additions this year are Tony Allen, who I'm hoping grows into the defensive player we know him as today, and one of my favorite players of all time, Josh Smoove. Now, the worry is that in 2K, oftentimes I notice that Josh Smith does not progress very well. He's 18 years old. He's 73 overall. He's playing in a very crowded position here for us, but maybe we can move like Tim Thomas, Brian Scalabrine on. We can get Josh Smith into the starting lineup and let him cook. But for now, we're going to jump to the end of the year, give him some time to season, and reassess after the playoffs are over. Okay, LeBron has already ascended. He is an MVP. Is this his 2nd season? I think, yeah, this is only his 2nd season. He is winning MVPs already. That is a very good sign for us moving forward. And apologies if you can hear the thunder in the background, but Shaq wins the Defensive Player of the Year yet again.
Yeah, mother lover.
We are here as the 1 seed. We're going up against the Suns. They have Tony Parker, Corey Maggette, how old David Robinson? He's 39 years old. He's still 80 overall. The problem is that we are going to be missing Shaq, at least to start this. He has a broken hip, I believe, so we may be in trouble. Let's jump in and see how it goes. All right, LeBron actually makes quick work of that team. Now we're going against these Timberwolves. They got Manu, Ray Allen. Not a bad little team. Do we have Shaq back? Shaq is back in the lineup, so we're probably going to win this one. Let's go ahead and jump in and see how it goes. Yeah, it is just becoming too easy. Now it's the Clippers. This team has been good in the past, and they still have 96 overall Kevin Garnett. He is absolutely dominant right now. He could definitely prove to be a tough player to overcome, so let's jump in and see how we do. Okay, we make it through in 6, and I think we're probably going to win a title because the Washington Wizards upset the Cavs, and this team is, not that great. I think we have a very good shot of winning this. They do have D-Wade. I mean, they have some guys, right? But I don't know if they can even win a game off of us. Let's jump in and see. I misspoke. It's game 7. Let's jump in and see if we can get some gameplay. Before we hop in, just wanted to show you that Shaq is having an absolutely monster game at 37 points, 21 boards.
Damn. That man right there.
With 1:16 left on the clock, but the Wizards have the ball. Hito gets the ball, looking to go around his guy. He's being guarded by Tayshaun Prince. Not a great matchup there for Turgolo. He shoots that shot, and a rare miss there from Hito. Shaq gets the board, gets it up to White Chocolate. White Chocolate going to push the pace. Looks like we have, wow, okay, LeBron isn't in, but Shaq is, wow, okay. Well, I mean, I will say Desmond Mason has been very good for us off the bench this year. My man hits a massive 3 there. He might be coming out, but Desmond Mason is proving to be a shot maker and a shot taker. He's all the way up to 80 overall, which is great to see. We are up by 8 now. This one is probably over. Emeka Okafor tries to make some moves against Shaq, but it's not going to work. Danielle Marshall shoots kind of a weird shot, misses that one. Shaq gets the board. White Chocolate's going to push it up. They might foul here. No, they're going to let it play out. They're probably hoping to hack a Shaq, I would assume. Over to Prince. Prince shoots a 3, misses the 3. That's not a surprise. Tayshaun Prince not the best shooter in the world. Get it. They got to get it to Okafor. Excuse me. Hollins gets the ball. I don't know why they're not getting to Okafor. He's being guarded by White Chocolate. Instead, Daniel Marshall's going to pull and pop a 3. Makes it a 5-point game, but only 16 seconds left. So I think this one is well and truly over. We are going to win our 4th title, ? I think they're going to foul. I believe that's Tayshaun Prince. Yeah, they foul Prince. He'll be going to the line. Look like Rip Hamilton and LeBron are checking in as well. Tayshaun hits his first. Actually, I guess LeBron is checking in for Tayshaun Prince, so he will not be checking in. And hits his second, actually. He's not that great of a free throw shooter, only 70%, but hits them both there. Can the Washington Wizards do anything? They have just under 16 seconds to make up 7 points. It's going to be tough. They're going to need a Tracy McGrady-like performance here at the end. Nick Van Exel could be the guy to do it. They got D. Wade as well in the game. They're going to leak it out to Exel. Exel is going to stand around for way too long, wasting way too much time, doing some sick dribbles, but it's not really worth it. Over to Hito. Turkoglu. Okay. All right. I mean, it's probably over, but they're making it interesting here. Oh, never mind. It's no longer interesting. If Rip Hamilton's going to the line, this game is over. He has a mask, which he didn't wear a mask his whole career, right? I wonder when they put it on him in 2K. I guess we're in 2004, 2005. So I guess it makes sense here. But yeah, there we go. We are your champions once again. The LeBron era has started in earnest. He's won MVP and he's won the title. That's great to see. Shaq winding down his career. Actually, I mean, very similar to how he did it in real life, just in different times. He won 3 straight, and then he's come back as an old man and won one with LeBron. And there they go, the two men celebrating the rest of the Celtics, the rest of the Supersonics getting in on the celebration. We're probably going to see this Wizards team again. They have a lot of young pieces, but for now, let's go ahead and jump to the next season. All right, the only real pickup we made this year is Gerald Green, who you might be wondering why I like him so much. I mean, he's not like the best player. Of course, he's a great dunker, which as you could probably tell, I'm a big fan of the 2000s basketball when it was just all about slashing, no spacing. We didn't care about that. But he was signed to go to Oklahoma State before he jumped directly to the pros. So there's that Oklahoma State connection. I mean, we have 3 guys on the team from there. But we did make one change to kind of open up this lineup some, and that is that we made LeBron James a point guard. Now that opens up some space for Josh Smith to get some extra playing time. I've also moved Matt Bonner over to center, which should hopefully mean that Jonathan Bender gets some playing time before he's gone. And then, we'll just go from there. I'm not really sure. If Josh Smith improves, we might get rid of Tayshaun Prince and let him take over that spot and then move Gerald Green over to being our other small forward. But yeah, this is the team we're rocking with so far. You could argue it's a bit of a downgrade from last year because we lost Jason Williams, but I think in the long run, this is going to be solid for us. It's going to give our young guys more time to play, which is great because they'll progress. So let's go ahead and jump to the end of the season and see if my assumption is correct. I'm just looking through the stats. I'm going to be honest with you. I think we might be moving on from Tayshaun Prince and Tim Thomas. Both guys just not really cutting the mustard for us. I mean, we did get the 1 seed, so it's not all bad. We're going up against Minnesota here. They have Ray. I mean, we played this team last year, right? They have Real and they have Manu. They have AK-47. Not a bad team, but probably going to be a victory for us. They avoid the sweep, but we are able to get through in 5. Now, here is where things are going to get interesting because this Phoenix team has Tony Parker. They have Corey Maggette. They have Chris Bosh. Not quite the bench depth that maybe... Actually, I say that. We used to have really good bench depth. Now our bench depth is, a little bit lacking. I mean, why is Desmond Mason coming off the bench? Oh, because Tayshaun Prince is starting. That's right. Okay. Well, oh no. Oh, Shaq is hurt. Oh no. Okay, it's day to day, so he's probably going to be coming back, but Shaq is out. This could be bad. Let's see how it goes. And I got worried for nothing. We win 4-1. Shaq is back in the lineup, which is good for us. We're coming up against, a team that has Steve Nash, Karan Butler, Sharif Abdur-Rahim, Derek Fisher coming off the bench, a former friend of ours, Michael Redd, Michael Finley. Probably going to be a winnable series. And you could see on the other side, Washington and Cleveland are both lingering, who are both very good teams. So we're going to have our work cut out for us, but let's hop into this Rocket series and see what we can do. Okay, maybe LeBron is a bit too much of a cheat code. We make it through that very easily. Now it's onto the Cavs. Now this team is good. They have Stephon Marbury. They have Antoine Jameson. They have Elton Brand. They must have lost Antoine Jemison. No, Andre Jemison is still here, but he is injured, which is, I guess, good news for us. But if he comes off the bench, we could be in trouble. This team is very, very good. They're loaded at every position. They have more depth than us. I would not be surprised if this is where our run ends, but let's hop in and see if we can defend our title. Okay, they have battled back to force a Game 7, and one of the major reasons that happened, Shaq's out for the season. Michael Olowokandi, who we had to sign to make up our roster, is now starting, which is not great news for us. This one's going to be tough. Let's jump in and see if we can do it. Wow, okay, we are actually going to dominate this one, and it's largely because they can't shoot from 3. I think they shot like 1 for 12 from deep, and we only shot 5 for 17, so we're not doing much better. But we win another title. Kind of surprising with no Shaq that we're able to pull this one off. But that's back-to-back titles. LeBron gets Finals MVP, and we will go ahead and move into the next season where we're going to make some major changes. Welcome back to the team. As you can see, we have made some major changes because Shaq took a massive tumble following his injury last year. He is down to an 83 overall. So I have decided to trade for some high draft picks and hopefully get ourselves some solid players without having to do much trading. And maybe this will leave some room for some of our younger players to continue to develop. We also brought back Big Country. I feel like it's a good thing to get him here at the very end. And on top of that, we went ahead and just added Gary Payton. He's 38 years old. He's going to be terrible, but we might as well just bring him in and see what he can do. But yeah, this season is all about tanking. We're going to try to get 2 or 3 top picks because I have some guys I really want. And then probably we're going to move on from Shaq. Unfortunately, I would like to keep him with the team as long as we can, but we are going to have to be looking to move on to another big man relatively soon. So let's go ahead and jump to the end of the season and see how the team does. Well, the plan was to not do very well. Unfortunately, we are the 1 seed. Let's look at our stats real quick. Who is dominant? I mean, it's got to be LeBron just destroying teams. Actually, Shaq is still scoring 20 and 10, so despite being only 85, he's, doing very well. I think this is a career high in points in real life for Desmond Mason at 17.3. Big Country gets 12. Only can play 35 games, though, so not a great season for him. But yeah, here we are going up against the Suns. This team, I'm going to say they have the advantage here, I think. Yeah, I think they definitely have a slight advantage on us, but it's going to be relatively tight. Let's jump in and see how it goes. Like I said, it's very tight. Actually, we won the first 3, and then they have stormed their way back, so it is game 7. Let's jump in, see if we can make it to the second round. Okay, it's relatively close, but LeBron goes off for 40. Shaq has 33 of his own. Over on the other side, Corey Maggette does do very well, but we are through in 7. We're going up against Minnesota. Ooh, LeBron is going to cook Reggie McCoy. And this team, do they have someone injured? Yeah, Mike Bibby is injured, but this team is not very good. I'm not really sure how they're the 4 seed. I think we're going to win this one relatively easily. Again, I was planning to lose a bunch of games this year, and here we are in the Western Conference Finals.
I can accept that.
We're going up against Dallas. This team is very, very good. They have 290 overalls, T-Mac, Paul Pierce, also Stromile, Swift, Pau Gasol. Really the only place we have a major advantage. I mean, we do have a depth advantage, but it's going to be LeBron versus Luther Head where we're going to win this series. Let's see if he can do it. Okay, it is game 7 once again. The Knicks are looming in the finals. Let's jump in, see if we can finish it out and make it back to potentially go for a second three-peat in this save. All right, I had a small misclick, so we're jumping into this one very late. Shaquille O'Neal leading the team and scoring with over 30. We're going to get called for a foul here. That's going to send Luther Head to the line with 31 seconds to go. It's a 5-point game. As I said, excuse me, he's not going to the line, but Shaq is dominating. Surprisingly, T-Mac only has like 6 points. He's not playing very well, but here he is going to go to the line. We'll know exactly how many points he has. I assume they're going to put up the graphic. Come on. Okay, he has 11 points. My bad. Maybe he's actually playing better than I thought. Make it 12. T-Mac makes us a 6-point game with 30.5 seconds left. Second shot is up. That is... Okay, he makes that one as well. Okay. This is going to be tough. Coming out of the timeout, we have 28 seconds left to try to make this a ball game. Now, we don't have a ton of great shooters on our team. Like Mason, not that good of a three-point shooter. But I guess if LeBron's just going to get to the rim and then get it to Shaq, we'll take that. Okay, so that makes it a 5-point game, 23 seconds left. They're going to get it to McGrady. Unfortunately, we couldn't foul Head before he... passed it off, and now T-Mac's going back to the line. He's a very good free throw shooter. This is probably over. We're probably going to be out of this, unfortunately, and there's another shot made by T-Mac. He's playing very well, despite me disparaging him to start this off. Actually, 14 points. Oh, he misses there. 14 points, 11 assists, and 7 rebounds. Quite a stat line for him, despite not being a very good scorer tonight. And LeBron is going to... Nope, he's going to get over to J Smoove. J Smoove, really got to pull here, boys. We don't have much happening. Not our best shot, and there you go. That is going to be your ball game. We're not going to bother watching these guys shoot his free throws. We're just going to skip out of this. Stromile, Swift, see you later. Let's see who wins the title. And there you have it. The New York Knicks, behind Gilbert Arenas, who also won MVP this season, win themselves a title. We are going to make some even bigger changes, I think, this year. It might be time to move on from Shaq. We'll have to take a look at it, but I will see you starting in the next season. Now, I'm sure what you were assuming I was going to do was get Kevin Durant. In this house, we do not like the Durantula. Instead, we went and got Mike Conley. Now, I love Mike Conley. He is, in my mind, one of the most underrated point guards to ever play this game. And so, of course, we had to get him on our team. That also means I moved LeBron back to the 3 and moved J Smoove to power forward to free up some space there. The other person we added is Jeff Green. Now, if you had asked me in 2007 who was going to be the best player out of that draft, I would have told you Jeff Green. I was a big believer in him. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for him for a few reasons, not the least of which were his heart problems, but hopefully in this save he can ascend to greatness, although I see he has a C+ potential, so maybe not. Either way, the team is pretty much completely rebuilt. We also added big dog Glenn Robinson here at the bottom just to fill out a roster spot, and Shaq continues to go down in overall as he ages. We're going to have to address that relatively soon. Unfortunately, looking at the draft, I don't know when that's going to happen, so we may be in trouble. But for now, all we can do is hope we can make it back to the Western Conference Finals and potentially play for a title. So let's jump into this season, see how we do. Well, the team might not be very good, but LeBron continues to be great. 32 points, 10 boards, 2 steals, 2 assists, just absolutely dominant here in another MVP performance. And this year we are the 6th seed. We're going up against this Warriors team that honestly is not that great besides Dwight Howard. They have injuries. Yeah, Jason Richardson is hurt. But if you look at the two lineups, sorry, I forgot that LeBron switched back to small forward. I was like, oh no. Yeah, I think we definitely have the advantage here. We should probably win this series, but let's jump in and see how it goes. Yeah, that's a sweep. Now we're moving on to play Minnesota. Mike Bibby all the way up to a 90 overall. Manu is an 87. Mike Dunleavy is going to have some problems with LeBron James, but otherwise this could be a very, very tight series. Let's see how it goes. Okay, we are locked into Game 7 here. Let's jump in. I was thinking we were going to get to jump into this one, but we are going to be out of this despite, I think LeBron had nearly 50 points. Yeah, 46 points, 17 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, and 7 rebounds, but unfortunately it is not quite enough. Manu drops 36 and 10, and we are out of the playoffs. Let's see which team wins this year. And it is going to be the Cleveland Cavaliers, led by Stephon Marbury. I believe, is this like his 3rd or 4th title? I think this team is very good. I mean, if you think that I'm not being fair in the team I'm putting together, just look at this squad. Cleveland is killing it. Let's jump into the next season. Shaq is no longer our 2nd best player on the team. It is now Michael Beasley because Shaq is 36 years old. He's all the way down to a 78 overall. We went ahead and drafted the Bees man with our number 1 pick. I did have to go ahead and create him because he's not naturally in that class, but whatever. Also from this class, we added Chris Douglas Roberts. Memphis fans will remember this guy. I'm a big fan of his. Sure, we could have gone for Derrick Rose from that team, but you know, I really like Mike Conley, so we're going to stick with him so he's a chance to start. I've also added Boobie Gibson for a little bit of depth at our point guard spot. And finally, we added JaVale McGee to back up Shaq.
Now that absolutely will be on Shaq to the fool right there.
Which, you know, is only fitting. As you can see, Jonathan Bender is going to be out for a significant chunk of time. He has a spinal injury. Hopefully when he comes back, he's pretty solid. But yeah, we are hoping in the next season or two that we can add some decent size. I mean, I'm looking, we might have Blake Griffin next year. That would be a good pickup. Really liked him. I also like to root against him when he played for OU. But yeah, and then, of course, Byron Mullins. Taj Gibson is on the brink. Yeah, we'll look at it. We'll look at it later. But for now, let's go ahead and jump to the end of the season and see how this team does. Okay, it's not really that big of a surprise to see this happening, but LeBron is absolutely carrying. We are the 1 seed yet again. And this team we're going up against is pretty stout. We've seen them before. They do have Mike Bibby, Manu, AK-47 off the bench, Michael Doliak, but Shaq is day-to-day right now, which means that Josh Smith is our starting center. I could go through and make JaVale McGee play, but, you know, it's been working for us so far, so I'm just going to roll with it. McGee has not played a single game this season, so Jay Smoove at the center is working decently. Let's see how it goes in this series. It's not working super well. Shaq is back, but we are down 3-2. Let's see if we can force a game 7. LeBron is a rebound away from a triple-double here in the game that could decide our season in Minnesota. Mike Beasley also playing very well, but the Minnesota Timberwolves do have a 4-point lead right now. Gets it over to, LeBron does pull. Okay, sure. Why not? Why not? Of course. Shoots over Mike Bibby, drops the 3 in, makes this a 1-point game with 1:14 on the clock. LeBron is playing the 1 right now, so a huge matchup disadvantage if you're the Timberwolves. Mike Bibby has no size there. Here goes AK-47 to work on, I believe this is Josh Smith. Yeah, that's Jay Smoove if I've ever seen him. What is he going to do, LeBron? I thought he was going to go for the steal. Gets, not very good defense there from LeBron. Nice screen there. Or not really a screen, but nice little move there from Conley to get open. Mike Conley is kind of Mike Bibby. Mike Bibby is kind of destroying Mike Conley, but right here, oh my God. LeBron is a bull, and he is destroying Mike Bibby. Mike Bibby has no chance. You would like to see the Timberwolves make a change, but they're not going to do so. They're going to keep going with this matchup. Will it work for them? Mike Bibby gets open, pops a 3, misses. Beasley with the board. The OKC Thunder have a chance to to go ahead, and they're going to get in at Jay Smoove. Jay Smoove puts it up and in. It is now a 1-point lead for the Thunder. The Timberwolves call a timeout. They are down by 1 with 28 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what they do. Okay, I'm trying to check to see. Yes, Mike Conley has checked back into the game. It looks like Desmond Mason is in there as well. Michael Doliak, of course. Great to see him in the game for the T-Wolves. Ooh, okay. Well, Mike Bibby had a shot there, but doesn't take it. He's going to keep working. They're going to double him. Oh, he gets wide open. Bad defense, but it doesn't matter. Beasley gets the rebound, and Mike Conley is going to go to the line to try to ice this thing. They have a 1-point lead here. Really need to make these free throws. He makes the first. Mike Conley, a solid free throw shooter. One of my favorite players, so I love to see him doing well. He makes the second. That makes it a 3-point game with 15 seconds left on the clock. Okay, we just got to play good defense. Don't let Bibby get a wide open shot. We'll let him take it too. AK shoots a 3 and it's out, and Shaq gets the board. Now he gets it to LeBron, so he probably won't. That should be the game. We are going to force a game number 7 here. That's huge for us. We may have a chance to make it through. Unfortunately, LeBron, hold on. Come on, finish this out, please. LeBron does not get his triple-double, but he does make his free throw there to make this a 4-point game, and that is probably going to be all she wrote because the CPU does not know how to speed up. Mike Bibby misses the shot. There you go. We are heading into Game 7. I will see you there. And it looks like Game 7 is going to be an absolute blowout for us. We will be moving into the second round where we are going to face the Sacramento Kings. This team, led by Amari Stoudemire, they also have Wendell House Jr., Jameer Nelson, Shane Battier. Rolando Blackman Jr., Smush Parker as well. A solid team. Let's jump in and see how it goes. Okay, we pick up the sweep there, and now we're going up against the Jazz. They have D. Rose and Dirk Nowitzki and Emeka Okafor. This could be a tough matchup for us, actually, so let's jump in and see how it goes. Dirk is much better than any of our bigs, so this could be a problematic matchup for us, but let's find out. All right, we make it through that one in 6. Dirk Nowitzki, not much of a challenge, but now we're going to face this Cavs team, and we know this team is very good. They have 2 guys in the 90s. They still have Andre Jemison, 89, Antoine Jamison, 86, a host of big guys on their team. Do they have someone injured? No, they don't. They just don't have a very good point guard. That's about the only place we have an advantage. I mean, obviously we have a bit of an advantage at small forward, but really it's not that big of a deal. But honestly, I don't know if even LeBron is going to be enough to take down this team. Let's jump in and see how we do. Okay, we have managed to win a game, but we are in danger of losing this. Let's hop in and see if we can win a couple games. Season is on the line here. We are at home. We are down by 5 with 1 minute left to go. LeBron is again 1 rebound short of a triple-double. Is it going to be enough? Will we be able to get back in this? Antoine Jamison. Oh, he gets a steal. LeBron gets a steal. Look up. Please get it in. Oh, where's the pass? There we go. Into Allen. Allen pits it up. Misses the... Oh, LeBron. What are you doing? Why did he hold it for so long? We had an easy bucket there, and LeBron fails in the clutch, and then they walk out of bounds. What is happening? The CPU doesn't know what's going on. Something's up. Okay, please. 2K devs, check your code. Something's going on. All right, Mike Conley brings the ball down the court. This game is getting wild. Mike Conley's going to pull way too early in the shot clock. I don't know about that shot. And Antoine Jamison, I think, is going to the line. Yeah, Antoine Jamison to the line. His team up by 5. He's trying to put that away. Oh, okay. Jamison misses. So you're saying there's a chance. 32 seconds. 5-point game. Can he make this? He does put that one away. That makes it 6 points. 32 seconds. Again, we don't have a lot of good shooters. That's the one problem with this team. We don't have a lot of 3-point shooters. Maybe that's something we could address in the future. We're definitely going to have to start addressing it because the further we get into this save, the more we're going to need shooting. Okay, let's see what happens coming out of the timeout. Okay, I'm just looking to see who's in. It looks like we got Shaq, we got Desmond Mason, Mike Conley, LeBron. They're going to get it into Mike Conley. He gets it over to LeBron. LeBron puts up a quick 2, makes it 82% contested. Good shot there from LeBron. I think Wilson Chandler was guarding him maybe. And now it's going to be Andre Jemison going to the line. Of course, everyone's favorite player, Andre Jemison, trying to make this back to a 6-point game. We're hoping he's not a very good free throw shooter. I have no idea. He's a very good free throw shooter. Okay, probably going to be back to 6. Unfortunately, he is injured, so maybe no, he's not off. Okay, here we go. OKC, LeBron going to bring it down the court. We're looking for like Mike Conley is probably our best 3-point shooter, to be honest. Don't want to get into Shaq. Gets to Conley, over to Smith. Jay Smooth up and out, and that is probably going to be your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, Shaq fouls. I don't even know who this guy is. Jeff Teague? Is that... No, Dean Teague. Excuse me. Okay. Dean Teague. He has 20 points. Probably going to make it 21, and there you go. Yep, that's going to be it. We lose to Cleveland. The Cleveland Cavaliers capture another title. They don't have Stephon Marbury anymore, but it doesn't matter. They are still dominating the NBA. LeBron doing his best, but it's not going to be enough. We're going to go ahead and get out of here, and we will move on to the next season and hopefully sign some shooters, sign some big men, and maybe make it back to the finals. I just want to hop in quickly here. Shaq has retired. He is in the Hall of Fame. 2 MVPs, 12 All-Star games, 8 Defensive Player of the Years, 5 championships, 4 Finals MVPs. Just a great player for us. Would have loved to see him walk off to the sunset with another title, but you know, what can you do? Now it's time to go find his replacement. Let's get to it. The big change this year, now that there's no more Shaq, we've added Blake Griffin. He's probably going to start at the center for us this season because we do not have anybody in that position. I have my eyes on someone for next year, but we can't get to him until we finish this season. We also added Salim Stoudemire. He is one of my favorite cards in old 2K. I think it was 2K21 when they had the Bracket Busters challenge where his, I want to say Amethyst card was absolutely broken. Could have been Ruby, don't really remember, but he is going to be a great shooter for us. That is what we need. We missed it sorely. We have some good shooters now. Stoudemire is, of course, an A+. He's our best shooter. But LeBron is up to an A+. Conley's up to an A+. We even have Jonathan Bender, Mike Booby. Also, Blake Griffin's already up to 74, so he's going to be a good stretch 5 for us, I think. Hopefully. But for now, let's just go ahead and sim forward and see what happens at the end of the season. Okay, LeBron continues to carry, but I'm going to show you the full stats here in a second. LeBron wins Defensive Player of the Year as well, but I believe, yeah, we are the #1 team in the league. Jack Ewing is the Coach of the Year, 64-18. Salim Stoudemire is up to 16 points a night. Beasley also making 16. I mean, wow. What is his shooting percentage? Okay, not that great. I mean, good, but not like incredible. Blake Griffin only starts 16 games, so that must mean, yeah, Jay Smooth starting a ton. Now, here's the problem. We have a lot of injuries. Oh boy. Okay, Mike Conley is out for the season, but he's only played 41 games, so he missed half the season anyways. So maybe that's not that big of a deal. Jay Smooth is day-to-day with a knee injury. Tony Allen is out 1 to 2 weeks with a strained hip. That's unfortunate, but hopefully we can get around it. We are going up against these Denver Nuggets. They have Brandon Roy, LaMarcus Aldridge. Wow, this is basically like the bizarro Portland Trailblazers at this point. Okay, let's see if we can get through this one. Okay, I was expecting a blowout, and it was kind of trending that way. And then something happened. If I could show you real quick, that's right. LeBron James dislocated his right patella. He's out for the season, which means our starting lineup is now Boobie Gibson, Salim Stoudemire, Desmond Mason, Michael Beasley, Josh Smith. For some reason, Blake Griffin's coming off the bench. So I guess let's jump in and see if I don't want to call them the B team, but the guys without LeBron and Mike. So missing our top 2 players. Let's see if we can do this. Okay, so we are not going to be able to do this. Unfortunately, we cannot overcome LeBron's injury. We're going to lose by 20 full points. Michael Beasley has a decent game. Desmond Mason playing pretty good too. But yeah, LaMarcus Aldridge, Brandon Roy just absolutely murder us. We are out in the first round. Now, again, we looked pretty good, so hopefully next season we can get even better, but let's go ahead and see who wins the title. And then it's going to be the Houston Rockets, led by Sharif Abdul-Rahim. This team, who else do they have? Let's see real quick. Yeah, Steve Nash, Harvey Wolf, actually JJ Redick, a very good team there for them. Okay, let's jump into the next season. We're going to add a new center at the very least. I have my eyes on somebody who I'm a big fan of. Y'all might not remember him, but I'll show you who it is in a second. Let's get over there. So my big addition that I thought was going to change the game, apparently is not a very good player in 2K. I love Larry Sanders. I think he was on his way to becoming a very good player in the NBA. And then, you know, had his various issues. But remember, in his 3rd year, Sanders got votes for Defensive Player of the Year and Most Improved. He was definitely trending upwards. Hopefully that happens here, although with a C+ potential, maybe our hopes are not too high. Also, of course, it's this channel. We have to have Ish Smith. He is, you know, one of my favorite players of all time, just because of how he's able to stick around pretty much no matter what. He always can fill a spot. Now, he's not going to be moving around a lot this save because he's going to be sticking with us. But yeah, the team is, we're pretty solid. We do have Blake Griffin and Mike Beasley. Josh Smith has not really progressed the way I'd like, but that's okay. LeBron is out for 1 to 2 months. That ain't no problem. Hopefully we don't lose a ton of games in the meantime, but let's go ahead and jump in and see how we do. Okay, here's something I don't think I've ever seen in a 2K save. Kyle Lowry. MVP, 25 points, 10 assists for him. I mean, look, I'm not going to knock him or anything. He's having a very good season, but I just don't know if I've ever seen Kyle Lowry winning an MVP unless someone was controlling him. And we are the 2 seed, but there is a bit of bad news, and that is that we got 2 guys out right now. Josh Smith and Michael Beasley both out of action. I believe Beasley's out for like 3 to 4 weeks. Josh Smith day to day. Might be the other way around, but we're going up against Portland Trailblazers. Pretty daggum solid team, if we're being honest. I mean, they don't have the star power that we have, but they definitely have the depth. I mean, Marcus Camby is their 7th guy off the bench. That's pretty solid. Brandon Rush is number 9. So let's go ahead and jump over to this and see if LeBron can carry us to the second round. And he does just that. Michael Beasley is back, and we are going up against the Houston Rockets here. They have Sharif Abdul-Rahim. They have Steve Nash, JJ Redick. I think this is a team... I think they won the championship last year, so this could be a tough matchup. Let's see how it goes. Houston has forced a game number 7. Do we have any injuries? We do not. We should be good to go. Let's jump in and see if we can finish this. Oh my. Oh my. Okay, we got crushed. LeBron, 19 and 10. Not a great game from him. Okay, JJ Redick came alive. Only missed 1 shot all night.
He is him.
Really good shooting night from him. Blake Griffin not having his best game. LeBron neither. Oh man, we just got tossed right here by the Rockets, and the Rockets don't even make it to the finals. It's going to be Kyle Lowry's Philadelphia 76ers. They also got Joe Johnson, Jermaine O'Neal. I mean, this team is very good. Oh my. Okay, that's going to be a tough team to deal with. Rip Hamilton was there. I just saw him out of the corner of my eye, but we're going to have to regroup and see if we can do a little bit better next season. I could have held on to LeBron for another season. Technically, I could have held on to him as long as I wanted to.
It's a family show, y'all.
The thing is I know that soon I want to start building around a different superstar. And so with that in mind, I went ahead and traded LeBron away, added Klay Thompson, a guy that I wish I could root for, but unfortunately he plays for the Warriors. But from here, we can actually root for him, which is great. Hopefully he goes to a team I like in this offseason, now that he's, winding down his career. But in this save, we get to add him and root for him without any issue. Now, the reason I want to move on from LeBron is that I want to let these other guys build up their overalls, so we need them to get playing time. So that means we want to get Mike Beasley, we want to get Blake Griffin, we want to get Mike Conley. Conley's already up to an 88, which is great, but we want to get all these guys starting to move up and up and up. So I moved Beasley to small forward. Hopefully he can continue to progress there. And then eventually we will bring in the guy I'm going to bring in soon. We'll talk about him in a few seasons. I don't remember exactly how many, but we don't need to worry about him now. For now, we're just hoping to continue to make the playoffs, continue to let these young guys become even better. We'll watch LeBron from afar and love that he's doing well, but we're going to move on. We're going to hope we can still make the playoffs. Let's go ahead and get into it. Are you for real? Kyle Lowry is a back-to-back MVP.
Why does it sound like you're drunk?
Okay, also, this is very fun. His coach is James Worthy, and they went 70 and 12. Sure. And while we are the lower seed here against the Grizzlies, I think we might have the advantage. Interestingly, they have Andre Jemison, Zach Randolph, and Pau Gasol, which is, a funny combo considering what happens in real life. I might have the edge here, honestly. I mean, we definitely have the better point guard. We do have a guy out. I think it's, JaVale McGee is hurt, so that is not ideal. But we'll just go ahead and get around it. Let's see if we can win this series. All right, we have forced a game 7. Let's hop in. Yeah, this one's not going to be anywhere close. They're up by 31 points. Yeah, they're going to win this one by 30. We just get absolutely... Salim Sotomayor has a great game, but we get absolutely smoked. Pau Gasol and Zebo and someone named, Jerome Pickett all go off for 20 points. Then we just get blown out of this one. We are out of the playoffs. Let's see who wins the title. Unsurprisingly, it is Joe Johnson, Kyle Lowry, and the Philadelphia 76ers. They sweep the Timberwolves. They're your champions. I will say it's a little bit good to see that LeBron could only get his team to do the 5 seed and lose in the first round as well. So we didn't lose too much by getting rid of LeBron. Let's jump into the next season. We have added the drum god. This is the man that I really wanted the Thunder to get this year at the trade deadline. It didn't happen. As I'm recording, the Bulls-Hawks play-in game is happening, and he potentially hurt Caruso, although it looks like the bald Mamba is back in the game, so maybe it's not too big of a deal. But what we're focused on is that Drummond doesn't hurt any of our players who are out there on the court. Now we finally have a center to build around. I don't know how long we're going to keep him because, I do love the drum god, but there's some other centers that are going to be much more interesting. I think you probably know who I'm talking about coming up in a year or two. But for now, this is what the team looks like. Very, very solid all the way around. We have 2 guys who are probably going to be 90 overall very soon. I hope to see Beasley continue to improve. Klay Thompson, of course, is getting up there. Let's go ahead and jump forward and see where we stand at the end of the season. Can Kyle Lowry win 3 straight MVPs? That's what we're really paying attention to at this point. Kyle Lowry watch is ended.
He's really good. That ain't good enough.
It is LeBron James back to winning MVPs, as he's been wont to do in this save. Mike Conley is up to 3rd team All-NBA, although he is injured, which could be problematic for our playoff chances. And the drum god makes 2nd team All-Rookie. That said, we are the number 2 seed. We're going up against Denver here, a team that we probably have a pretty good chance against, to be honest with you. They don't have a ton of good pieces, and we're pretty much across the board better than them. Although I'm not really sure why Larry Sanders is starting over Drummond, but we'll take it, whatever. And oh, look at that. Blake Griffin is up to a 90 overall. All right, let's jump in and see how we do. Denver puts up a little bit of a fight, but not much to speak of. Now we're going up against Memphis, and Mike Conley is at full strength. Wait. Blake Griffin is out. How long is he out for? Blake Griffin is out 1 to 2 weeks. That could change things. Who do they have? They have Andre Jemison. Oh yeah, that's right. They have Pau Gasol. And wait, is oh, it looks like, did they get rid of him? Wait, where's Zach Randolph? Did they get rid of Zach Randolph? Yeah, so they must have got rid of Zach Randolph. So this could be an interesting series. Let's see how it goes. We have tied this thing up at Game 7. Let's hop in and see if we can finish them off. Ooh, this is going to be a massive blowout. We only score 11 points in the fourth quarter. Wow. We have Michael Beasley, Klay Thompson, Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin goes 1 of 14. Oh, no. How about their team? So Gallinari is the guy who beat us. Wow. All right. So we are out of the playoffs against the Memphis Grizzlies. Kind of a surprising loss there, especially because BG was so terrible. But I guess all we can do is see who wins the title. You will note that Philadelphia was upset in round 1, so Kyle Lowry won't win another championship. Instead, it's going to be the Dallas Mavericks led by Tracy McGrady. He's still there, still kicking. Him and Paul Pierce and DeAndre Jordan doing very well. All right, let's jump into the next season and see what the team looks like. Oh, real quick before we move on, Desmond Mason retired. He did not get his jersey retired. Rip Hamilton also has finished his career up. Again, he left us quite a while ago, but interesting that Desmond Mason stayed higher rated than Rip despite being in the league the exact same amount of time. In real life, that was definitely not the case. But yeah, let's go ahead and move into the next season. No big additions this year. I added Alex Lynn, a guy that I thought was going to be great coming out of college. I think he was a top 10 pick, but I thought this guy was going to be one of the next great big men. Of course, the game kind of changed away from him, so it's not really his fault. I mean, he's fine. He's playing for the Kings now, I believe. And I also added this version of Shabazz Muhammad. Of course, I just imported him from someone else's creation, and they only gave him a 71, which, to be honest, seems pretty fair. Let's go ahead and see how the season goes. All right, as you look at the stats, a bit of bad news here. Drum God is out for 4 to 6 weeks with a torn MCL. That's going to miss a lot of our rebounding. But the good news is we are a 2 seed. We're going up against the Rockets. This team is pretty solid. They got Corey Maggette, Harvey Wolf, Pat Bev. You know, I think we'll probably win this one relatively easily. We got 290 overall, guys, so it's probably going to be our series to win. Let's jump in. Okay, we went up 3-0, and then they stormed back. I don't really see a good reason for it, but for whatever reason, they have forced a game number 7. Let's see if we can finish it out and go face Sacramento in round number 2. All right, I'm not really sure how they forced a game 7 because we demolished them. 3 guys scoring more than 20 points. Their leading scorer had 14. So just bell to bell, we dominated this team. Now we're going up against the Kings, and they have Boogie, they have Kemba. They got some players, but I don't know. I think we probably have the advantage here. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, that one was easy. It's a sweep. We're moving on to play San Antonio. Now this team, oh boy. Okay. Westbrook, Paul George, Jason Richardson, AK-47, Rondo, and Bradley Beal off the bench. This is going to be a tough one. Strap in, folks. We have not won a single game. Russell Westbrook is destroying us. I guess let's see if we can make it respectable. And we cannot. They are going to win this one relatively easily. We are swept out of the playoffs. Although, to be fair, it was not Westbrook that gave us troubles. It was Paul George, Jason Richardson. I mean, it was just like the whole team, basically. Mike Conley had a good game. Blake Griffin once again shying away in the clutch. In fact, he has done that twice in a row now, so we might have to consider getting rid of him. For now, let's see who wins the title. And the San Antonio Spurs with Finals MVP Jason Richardson go over LeBron James's Washington Wizards, and that wraps up the season. I'm going to think on moving past Blake Griffin because he's been failing us in the clutch, and I will show you what the team looks like after I make my decision. With this season, we have started to put the finishing touches on what's going to be our 2024 roster. We have a couple of guys who I think are for sure going to be there. Klay Thompson, Mike Conley, hopefully Mike Beasley. But we've added at least 2 more, and that's Jokic and Jabari Parker. Love Jokic's game. Think it's going to be very fun to surround him with some great shooters. Parker, maybe not the best shooter. He might not fit the team at all, to be honest with you. We may have to get rid of him after a while, but I've always been a huge fan of his game. I loved watching him play in high school, loved watching him play in college, and then I thought he was going to be very solid in the NBA before tearing up his knee, so this is his second opportunity. Of course, we had to import him from someone else's save because he's not included in the game because he's playing in La Liga, but he is going to be a fixture in our team from here on out. I also went ahead and added back in Tony Allen just because to get rid of Drummond and Blake Griffin, I needed some other bodies. So we moved those guys on so we could add Parker and Jokic and have enough room for our guys to continue to progress. So with that being said, I don't know if the team is going to be great this year, but I'm hoping that in a couple of years, this team will be very, very good. I already have a plan written out of what we're going to do going forward. The team is going to be ready to hopefully win a couple more titles here toward the end. Let's jump in and see how they do. Well, we didn't win MVP with any of our guys. Russell Westbrook did that, but we did get Rookie of the Year. Jokic is that man. Those numbers will hopefully only continue to improve as he gets better. And Mike Conley remains in the second team All-NBA squad. Jabari Parker is second team All-Rookie. And we are up to the 3 seed facing the Denver Nuggets, a team that we have faced quite a few times. This is basically the Portland Trailblazers of this era. Although actually by this point, Brandon Roy might already be out of the NBA, so maybe not quite that team, but I think we'll probably win this one. Okay, I was wrong. It is a close series. We are tied up. Let's head into game 7. The series might have been close, but we are going to blow these cats out of the water. That is a 30-point victory behind Michael Beasley's 29-10. A great series all around. They had pretty much, is that Grant Hill? No, George Hill, excuse me. Okay. All right. I was going to be a little concerned if Great Hill was still playing, but yeah, Brandon Roy and LaMarcus Aldridge both having off nights. Hate to see that for them, but good to see it for us. We are going up against Phoenix. This team has Gordon Hayward, Chris Bosh, Otto Porter. They got some dudes, but I think we probably have the advantage. Let's go find out. Okay, actually, they beat us in 5. We are already out of this. Let's see who wins the title. And it is going to be the San Antonio Spurs. Once again, Russell Westbrook is running roughshod over this league. Now, in this offseason, we're not going to make quite as many changes as we did last year, but we will make one important addition, at least in terms of my favorite players. Our only addition this year is my man Harrell. He is one of my favorite grinded out players of the modern era. I don't think he's going to get a lot of minutes for us, but that's okay. Also, Jonathan Binder's still kicking around. He's 34 years old, all the way down to 66 overall. I'm going to keep on the team until he retires, but yeah, the team is looking pretty solid. We're, all of our guys are progressing very well. Jokic up to an 83. Parker also up to an 83. Although his potential went from an A+ to a B+. So that could be a little concerning. Like to see Tony Allen still up there at 81 at 33 years old. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this season and see how the team does. And would you look at that? We are the 1 seed out here in the West. The team is looking very good. I do not know why Larry Sanders is starting over Jokic, but what can you do? We got Jokic and Michael Beasley coming off the bench, actually, which is pretty wild. Okay, they have DeAndre Jordan, Paul Pierce, Tracy McGrady. So we know this team pretty well. They haven't changed much. Should be a winnable series for us. Let's go. No issues there. We're on to Phoenix. This team has Chris Bosh and no one else, so we'll just sim through this really quickly because there's no way we're losing. Wait, what? Wait. Who's Tyrone Goodwin, a 78 overall shooting guard, goes off for 34 points in game 4. They sweep us? This team sweeps us. Okay. Okay, fair enough. All right. I really thought we were going to walk into the NBA Finals, and we got swept. Let's see. Can Phoenix win the title? No, they cannot. It is going to be the Pistons. John Wall, of all people. Who do the Pistons even have? John Wall's 91 overall. John Wall, Kawhi Leonard, Harrison Barnes, Q Rich, Eddie Kerr. Oh my God. Okay, that team is disgusting. All right. Okay, we got to go back to the drawing board because we lost in 4 to a bad Phoenix Suns team. I will see you at the start of the next season, I guess. Wait. Jonathan Bender finally retired. Did we retire his jersey? We did not. Okay. All right. Well, that's too bad. Did anybody get inducted to Hall of Fame that we know? No, none of our players. All right. Well, now I will see you next season. You can see the team has really not moved around too much, but hopefully that changes. We got some guys kind of upset at me right now. I'm not really sure why. Maybe it's because they're not making enough money. The only change I made, which is not a change that, is really that big of a deal, but I added Diamond Stone, the old Maryland center. I remember him having like a crazy mixtape coming out of high school. He got drafted in the 2nd round. I'm not really sure if this person who updated him is completely on the money with a 74 overall, but we'll go with it. He's not going to be on the team for very long. Let's go ahead and jump into this season and see if maybe we can make it back to the finals for the first time in quite a while. Okay, this season we can only make it up to the 2nd seed. Do we have injuries? Hold on. Wait a second. Oh, okay. Klay Thompson is day-to-day, and Jokic is out for 6 to 8 weeks. Oh, man. Okay, that's bad. That's really bad. Okay, well, we're going to have to rely on Alex Lynn to get it done here, I guess. Okay, dang. All right. We have a good shot. We have some good depth. Maybe those guys can come back. If Klay can come back in a game or two, we may be able to turn this back around. Let's jump in and see. Oh, I guess we should see what the team looks like. They have what? Oh, they have Giannis. They have Kat. They have Draymond. They have Zach Randolph, J.R. Smith. Okay, maybe we can't turn this around. This team is very good. How are they the 7 seed? They must have had some injuries this year or something. All right, let's jump in, see if we can pull off a miracle. All right, we are down 3-2. Klay is back. So let's see if he can force that game 7. Real quick before we hop into this one, just going to show you the stats. As you can see, Kat and Giannis having great games, but on our side, Mike Conley, Klay Thompson, and Alex Len are playing well. We love to see that from Len. Look at this game from Conley, though. 24 points, 13 assists, 4 steals, 1 block, and he has only made threes and free throws. All right, we are down by 5 with 156 seconds left to go, so plenty of time here. Chris Dunn brings the ball up the court. Can we pull this one off? Giannis is on the bench, and oh my word, Michael Beasley is caught sleeping. Derek Favors makes an easy dunk there, and now is pushed back up to a 7-point lead for the Warriors. We need this one. Come on, guys. Mike Conley trying to shake and bake Chris Dunn. Gets a screen there from Larry Sanders. Gets it into Sanders. An easy? No, not so easy, but he does make it. Good defense there by J.R. Smith, which you don't hear said a lot. And the Warriors call a timeout. They're up by 5 with 1:34 left to go. Let's see what they do coming out of the timeout. Here we go. Alex Len's checked into the game. Klay Thompson's checked in. Jabari Parker's in. They have, it looks like Zebo's in there for them. I don't see Giannis, though. Is Giannis fouled out? Can we check that real quick? 1 second. Let's pause. Giannis is fouled out. Ooh, okay, that's huge. Giannis is gone. Zebo's going to try to put the moves on Josh Smith, and he hits the fadeaway turnaround jumper. Huge shot there from Zebo. Klay Thompson brings the ball down the court, being guarded by, who is that? I can't check that face. I'm not quite sure who's guarding him. It doesn't really matter. Alex Len's going to bring the screen. Doesn't really use it. Gets it into Len. Cat not playing the best defense, but he does force a miss and get the ball. Dang it, I missed it. I was trying to figure out who number 4 is that's guarding Klay. Here we go. Oh, Kareem Rush. Kareem Rush, everybody. Okay, sure. Gets it over to Dunn. Dunn is trying to get around his guy. Rush gets off the screen, gets it back over to Smith. Smith looking to make a move. Probably should get it into, yeah, Zebo is a good person to go to right now. He has a big mismatch. Karl Anthony Towns gets the board and puts it up and in. We have got to get on the glass. We're down by 9 now. These big guys are putting us away. We could really use the Joker at this point. We would probably have a much better chance of winning this game. But here we go. What are they going to do? Josh Smith to inbound. He is looking probably to go to Klay Thompson. We need a quick 3 here. We got to hit fast. Mike Conley gets it over to Klay. Klay is not going to pull from 3, but you have to make that shot, Klay. He's looking like he looked in the play-in game, missing a shot like that. Come on, man. This is not the time to do it. Gets it into Towns. Cat goes to work on Alex Len. Alex Len looks like he is lost out there, but he does enough to force a miss. Jabari Parker brings it down the court, gets it over to Conley. They got to shoot fast here. Over to Josh Smith, over to Len, over to Conley. Conley's going to pull and misses. That is going to be your ball game. We lose this. We bust out of the tournament, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and see which team wins the title. It is going to be the Atlanta Hawks. Dwayne Wade's Atlanta Hawks go over the Warriors. This team also has Rodney Stuckey, Gallinari, Amari Stoudemire. We'll go ahead and get out of here and get into the start of the 2017-2018 season. I was hoping to add Frank Mason this year. Unfortunately, he's not in the game and no one has created him. I am not very good at sculpting on my own. So if you're out there and you know how to do it pretty well, please go ahead and make me a Kansas's Frank Mason so I could get him in my games. But we did go ahead and get OG. He's going to be our young replacement for the aging Tony Allen, who we've gone ahead and traded for. We actually made that trade straight up for those two, which is probably not good in the short term, but hopefully it helps us out in the long term. As you can see, moving up here, our guys are pretty much exactly where they were. I would like to see Jokic start to move up a little bit quicker. Unfortunately, I'm looking at the list. We aren't going to get to add too much to this for a couple of years. So get used to seeing this roster until about 2020. Let's go ahead and jump forward and see what these guys can do. This is a weird one that I had to highlight. Dirk is the 6th man of the year for the Jazz. Who do they have on that team? We'll have to look at them in a second. Okay, so this season we were hit by injuries kind of hard. Jokic and Conley both missing significant amount of time. If Alex Len has to start 26 games, you know you're in trouble. Also, Jay Smoove has been out. He's out with a broken right leg, which doesn't really matter because here's the thing. We didn't even make the playoffs. Oh boy. Okay. Well, but yeah, we did not do very well this year. Let's quickly look at that Jazz team. Dirk is coming off the bench to spell Nerlens Noel and Ben Simmons, which is quite the choice. And then they have Aaron Gordon behind him. So that's going to be interesting. All right, let's see who wins this title. I'll just keep you with me. We got to assume, actually, I was going to say we got to assume the Spurs are going to be threatening, but they don't. It is going to be the 76ers led by Kevin Love. So they have this. Oh, this team is not that great, to be honest with you. Oh, Drummond. Okay, Drummond leaves us, wins a title. Man, all right. Wow. Okay. Huh. And the team is not going to have basically any changes next year. So I guess we are in tank mode a little bit. I mean, I hope not. I hope we get back to the playoffs next year. Let's go ahead and look at the team. All right, the team is looking good. Jokic all the way up to an 89 now. Conley is hurt, but that's not that big of a deal. I did go ahead and add OJ Mayo, and I think I added Scary Terry. This has been a very long save. I've been recording this for almost 2 weeks.
I'm tired as hell.
So apologies if I've mixed something up. But yeah, because we were so bad, I just let the computer draft and they drafted SGA, which I don't want because as much as I love SGA, I don't have a slot for him on my final team, so I don't want to hinder his progress. So I went ahead and traded for the old man, OJ Mayo. We're going to go with him for now. Let's jump into it, see how this team does. Now, we've done this before. The team has looked good and we've struggled. We are the number 1 seed. It has to be noted that Klay Thompson and Mike Conley are both injured, but I don't think they're super long injuries. Conley's out day to day. Klay Thompson is out 1 to 2 weeks, so he might make it back for the series against Denver, but probably not. Now, we somehow, this Denver team is an 8 seed, despite having Embiid, LaMarcus Aldridge, Brandon Roy, Schroeder, Jaylen Brown, Batum, Terrence Ross, Charlie Villanueva. I mean, yeah, we could be in trouble here, but let's hop in and see how it goes. Okay, we did get Conley back, and we have forced a Game 7, so there is a chance that we could win this one. Let's jump in and see if we can pull it off. Michael Beasley is having the game of his life, and we win this relatively easily. I mean, maybe not the game of his life, but oh, actually, wait. I guess when I looked, he was playing better than Jokic, but now they both scored 26. Conley adds 20 of his own. We are moving on to round number 2. We're facing this Phoenix team. They still have Chris Bosh. Remember, this is a team I thought we would win very easily against, and somehow they were able to sweep us. So this time I'm not going to doubt them. We're going to hopefully win. Oh, no. Okay, come on. Oh, no, come on. All right, we're sticking with, oh, no. Oh, okay. Okay, it's Game 7. We didn't get swept this time. Let's see what happens. Okay, before we hop in, we're down by 3. Klay Thompson is back, but not shooting well. Neither is Jokic. Both guys struggling tonight. Mike Conley doing a lot of the heavy lifting. Also, it's surprising to see, where is Beasley? Beasley also not shooting very well. Over on the other side, it looks like Bosh is playing well. Tyrone Goodwin, is playing good. But we are down by 3 with 90 seconds left to go. Now, we do have the ball, so there's a chance we could tie it up here. Mike Conley is tired, gets the ball over to Klay Thompson. Thompson pulls and hits that one. That should make it a 1-point game with 1:26 left to go. Klay Thompson is turning it on here. Hopefully, he could come through in the clutch and make some big shots. DeJounte Murray gets right by Mike Conley. That speed is killer, and that is going to make it a 3-point game with 1:17 on the clock. Where is Jokic fouled out? Why is Jokic not in the game? I'm sorry. Is he fouled out? Why is Alex Lynn in here? I mean, no, if it's, oh, Jokic is fouled out. And, okay, Beasley is not fouled out. Have any of their guys fouled out? Okay, who's this? Glenn McLeod has fouled out. Goodwin has 5 fouls, so he could foul out soon. Gets it into Lynn. Come on, Lynn. Make me a believer. All right, there we go. It's a 1-point game thanks to our man, Alex Lynn, filling in for Jokic. We have, looks like Parker's going to check in. That might be Goodwin. I'm not sure what he looks like. Murray going to work, gets it into Chris Bosh. Bosh being guarded by, I think that's Larry Sanders. Sanders a good defender, but he gets left in the dust there. Chris Bosh is too good for him. Klay Thompson bringing it down the court, looking for something. We would love to see a screen here. Okay, trying to open up the field for Mike Conley, but it doesn't really work. Gets it over to Lynn. Lynn, oh boy, all right. Lynn is putting the team on his back like he's Greg Jennings right now. We have a 1-point deficit to overcome. We got to play some good defense here. Here we go. Klay Thompson guarding Goodwin. Oh my God. Chris Bosh gets to the rack like it is nothing. These guys are so fast. We are getting burned every which way right now. Mike Conley We probably should call a timeout here, get in Jabari Parker, but we're not going to do it. Instead, we're going to get it over to Klay Thompson. Back out to Conley, no. And, ooh, a huge shot there from Klay. Love to see that. He's been struggling for us, but he's playing well right now, and we're watching, and they're going to foul. I believe that's Goodwin. Is he going to the line? Yeah, he's going straight to the line. Goodwin's first shot is up. That could be a miss. No, he makes it. Okay, darn. All right, 2-point game, 22 seconds left. Can he make this one? Oh, okay. I thought we had a shot there. Okay, it's a 3-point game. Klay Thompson, we need you to save us. Come on, my dude. Looking. It looks like we have pretty much... Oh, no, Klay Thompson is in. They put in Jabari Parker. That's pretty good for us. Michael Beasley's also in as well, so that's good. We definitely could hold this, but I'm probably going to want to shoot quickly. I don't know about that one, Klay. Oh, no. Oh, that was a tragic shot. Okay, DeJounte Murray going to the line. If he makes these, this is probably over. Oh, Klay, I hate that shot. You had so much clock left. I mean, I know we want to shoot quick just in case we miss, but dadgum. DeJounte Murray's first shot is up. That goes in. He's a 75% shooter, so he could miss these. It's not guaranteed, and he misses that one. Okay, there's a chance. Move it quickly. Parker, get it over to him. Click. Come on. All right. Going to go too slow, of course. Okay. Bad shot, and misses it. So that's going to be the ball game. We are out of this one, unfortunately, unless DeJounte... Actually, it's a 3-point. We're done. Yeah, we have no chance. Okay. That's going to be your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. We will get out of here. See who wins the title, and then we will jump into the next season where hopefully we can continue to progress. All right, it is Russell Westbrook's Spurs once again. Bradley Beal, Paul George coming together to make that an easy victory there for San Antonio. Really, at this point, we just need to stay healthy and not get into foul trouble, and we'll have a good shot. I don't think I'm going to make any major changes to the team, but let's go ahead and jump forward and see what it looks like. A couple of our guys are retiring. Salim Stoudemire, we didn't have him for very long, but he is retired after a few seasons, and OJ Mayo has gone the way of the dodo. I shouldn't say that. That sounds like he's dead. He's just retired. He's out of the game. All right, the computer drafted Cody Martin for us. The other big change this season is that Klay has a headband now, so that's great to see. Let's jump into this season and see how we do. Here we go. The Joker is your MVP. 22 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. More assists than rebounds, which I don't know Jokic's average stat line, but that seems a little bit odd. Whatever, we'll take it. Here is the moment of truth. Okay, we're the 2 seed. We're going up against... Oh, God. We're going up against Utah, and oh my, this team is nasty. We got a fully healthy D Rose. Remember, in this save, he never got hurt. We got Ben Simmons, Bargnani, Jonathan Isaac off the bench. That's not bad. Neither is Tobias Harris. This could be a tough one. That is a... Look, I don't want to judge anybody, but Alex Lynn, I don't know about that tattoo. That love tattoo on your forearm is a choice, my friend. It's a choice and one I wouldn't have made. Okay, let's hop in and see if we can win. All right, Ben Simmons does what he loves to do, and that is disappear from playing basketball. We sweep that team. Now it's on to the Denver Nuggets. And this team, they do have Embiid. They got Brandon Roy, LaMarcus Aldridge, Jalen Brown. I mean, this isn't a bad team, right? They're not terrible, but I don't know. I think we probably have the advantage here. I mean, Jokic is just so good. I say he's so good. He's actually worse overall than Embiid. I think Darius Miles is going to struggle. I don't think that is the Darius Miles that we know and love from the Clippers. From the Clippers. What am I talking about? Yeah, from the Clippers. I think this is a different guy. But either way, let's hop in. Let's see if Jokic can beat down Embiid once again. Oh, well, oh no. We got swept by Denver. We didn't have any injuries, it doesn't look like. Okay, so we are out of this. There's only going to be, I think, 4 more chances to win a title before we end this. We got to get things together. Let's see who wins a title, and then we'll jump into the next season. But anyways, we're going to make a couple of changes this offseason, so let's jump forward, and I'll show you what the team looks like. Oh, actually, I've got to note that 3 of our former guys, Josh Smith, Tony Allen, and Gerald Green, have all passed on. And they're not dead. They have retired. Yeah, no retired jerseys here, so we didn't add any of those. All right, let's jump into next season. All right, our big addition this year is James Wiseman. You know, he is a Memphis boy. I was at his last game he played for the Tigers before he had his NCAA issues where he didn't get to play for the rest of the season. I've also added Pokuševski. Always was a huge fan of his when he played for the Thunder, so I figured bring him back. And I went ahead and added Desmond Bane, but I didn't know that he was going to be so low rated. I think I actually drafted him at like 28th or 29th overall. We could check. We drafted him 29th this year, and he's only 71 overall, so I'm hoping he grows quickly, but I'm a bit worried he might not because he's not going to get a ton of playing time. As you can see, we have quite a few small forwards right now. So our small forward factory is doing well. I just don't know if it's going to be very helpful for Desmond Bane's growth, but you know, we'll go with it. Let's jump into the season and see how we do. Jokic grabs first team All-NBA. Durant for the Hawks stole MVP from him, and I have to add, Defensive Player of the Year for Durant. I don't know how that always happens in this game, but it is very weird. Weissman makes first team all-rookie, which is nice to see. And we get Minnesota in round number 1. This team is pretty solid, but definitely beatable. I think we should have the advantage here. I mean, AJ Oliver is going to get eaten alive by Jokic, so that's a plus for us. Let's hop in. Yeah, the T-Wolves have no shot. Now we're going against the Clippers, who have another very solid team, actually. Oh man, Bobby Portis always looks so cool.
Damn.
Let's go ahead and hop in. This could be a little tighter, but I think we probably got this. Yeah, as I said, it's a bit tighter. We are locked into game number 7. Let's jump in. Oh my God, this was really tight until, okay, wow. Wow, I was about to hop into this, and then I realized we scored 8 points, now 15 in the fourth quarter, but we lose by 13 points here. We get murdered there at the end. Did someone foul out or something? Klay Thompson leads us with 25. They just absolutely destroyed us. We are done in round number 2 once again, and I'm not sure if it's going to get better after this season. Let's see who wins a title. It's going to be Denver versus the Hawks. So Kevin Durant gets Finals MVP, but his team loses.
What?
This Nuggets team, we remember them from last year. This is Embiid's squad. Man, Embiid has really turned into a playoff warrior in this save, which is a little different from real life, but hopefully next year we can get their number. Let's jump forward and see what the team looks like. Oh, excuse me, we have another retiree. Jeff Green has hung it up after 14 years in the NBA. Any other guys? Not seeing it. And did he get inducted into the Hall of Fame? No. Did he get retired jersey? No, he did not, unfortunately. The Pelicans, though, got 2 guys to retire their jerseys this year. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the next season. We only have 1 more player to add before we get to the end of this thing and finish it out. And he's coming next year, but this year we added Cade Cunningham. I don't think there's any surprise here if you've been listening to me at all. He's an Oklahoma State guy, number 1 pick. And this, I think he actually went 7th, but actually we could just check. He went 6th, but yeah, we had to have him. He's going to be the heir apparent to Mike Conley. Come in when Conley probably retires in a year or 2. And then we added Bones Highland. Love this guy. He's actually not as good of a shooter in this as I would have assumed, but hopefully he can grow up into that. That would be really, really good to see. We maybe need some extra shooting, although OG's pretty solid. Desmond Bane, of course, is great. But yeah, I think the team is looking very good around Jokic. I'm hoping we continue to see a little bit of progression, especially if Jokic get into like 94, 95 range. That would be great. But for now, all we can do is jump forward to the end of the season and see what the team does. All right, I'm actually going to run through these awards because there's some interesting ones this year. Of course, you can see the number 1 one is that Ben Simmons wins MVP.
I think Ben Simmons is one of, if not the most overrated players in the NBA.
And then, of course, Bol Bol gets 6th Man of the Year and Most Improved Player. Bol Bol is on his way to dominating this save. Of course, KD gets Defensive Player of the Year because, you know, that makes perfect sense, whatever. Jokic is first team All-NBA. Cade is second team All-Rookie, which is kind of low to be honest, but he's not starting, so I guess it makes sense. We are the 2 seed. We're going up against Ben Simmons' Utah squad. Again, they still have Derrick Rose, so this team is not too bad. But I don't think... Oh, Dylan Brooks is here. Uh-oh. I don't think we have to worry about them too much, though. Yeah, Simmons might be the MVP, but he still can't win a playoff series to save his life. Next, we're going because the Pelicans, they have Ja Morant. They have Tyrese Halliburton, although not quite unlocked his full potential just yet. Steven Adams is here as well. This team is actually very deep. This could be a tough matchup. It looks like Willie Cauley-Stein is hurt, so he might come back and help them out too. Let's jump in and see how we do. All right, it's another relatively close series for us, but we get through in 6. It's on to San Antonio. They still have Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal, and Paul George. Bam Adebayo is there to help out. Zach LaVine coming off the bench. Not a bad squad, but I think one that looks pretty beatable. Let's see if I'm right. Okay, we are locked into Game 7 here, folks. We got to jump in and finish this one so we can finally get ourselves back to the NBA Finals for the first time in a very long time. Fingers crossed. It is a tight one here, folks. We are down by 1 at home with 1:09 left on the clock. Jokic and Alex Len are both in right now, which is a weird combo. Jokic is leading the team in scoring. I believe Russell is leading it for himself. Jokic gets another easy one at the cup, throws it down. You don't usually see Jokic dunk a lot, but I feel like in this save, every time we jump into a game, he's throwing it down on somebody. Here we go. Can Mike Conley keep up with Westbrook? The answer to that, probably not. Oh, who fouled that? Was that? Okay, Mike Conley gets a personal foul. That's his 3rd. Russell is going to the line. He can put his team back up by 1 here. He makes the first. He's a very good free throw shooter, so he's probably going to make both of these. Michael Beasley checks back in. I believe is that OG's in, Clay's in. Yeah, so pretty much our good 3-point shooting lineup. I mean, minus Bones, of course, but here we go. What can Mike Conley do? It would be really good, actually, to put in Cade Cunningham right now because my man is going to, tower over Westbrook, if nothing else. Okay, Mike Conley gets around his guy. Oh, no! Mike Conley misses a relatively open shot. Paul George pushing it down the court. Can playoff Paul make a shot? He gets it over to Westbrook. Westbrook still playing very well here towards the end of his career. Can he make it happen? He gets wide open. He hits and makes it a 3-point game with 25 ticks left on the clock. What are the Thunder going to do coming out of this timeout? We got some shooters now, so hopefully one of them can make a shot. Let's see what happens. All right, there's a lot of guys on the court who can shoot from deep. We got Mike Conley's a good shooter. Klay Thompson, of course, a good shooter. Even Jokic is a very solid 3-point shooter. Conley gets wide open. Take that, baby. Come on. Come on. Yes, let's go. Mike Conley ties it up. The old man and the 3.
He has the worst jokes I ever heard.
It's not JJ Redick, but we'll steal his podcast name for that one. It is tied 106-106, 19 seconds on the clock. Win or go home. What are the Spurs going to do coming out of this timeout? If it were me, if I were coaching, I would have subbed out Conley right here. I would let Cade Cunningham guard Westbrook, but I am not the coach. And Westbrook is probably going to go to the dish and kill Mike Conley, but we'll see what happens. They're going to hold this for the last shot. Smart move by them. They're moving around, looking for something, trying to get somebody open. Here comes the screen. This is where we're in trouble. Westbrook, okay, Westbrook doesn't pull. He does pull and misses the shot. Okay, we are going to overtime. Westbrook had a lane. He probably should have driven, but he pulled up his dribble and took a classic Westbrook bad 3. I will jump you forward to when it gets interesting, and we will see what happens in this overtime period. It is a 2-point game with 50 seconds on the clock. San Antonio has the ball and the lead. The bad news for the Thunder is that Jokic, once again, in the moment that we need him, has fouled out of the game. So it's going to be up to James Wiseman. Westbrook pulls from deep. Probably not the best shot if you're Westbrook. There was plenty of time left on that clock. Here we go. What's Mike Conley going to do? He tries to get at Westbrook. Oh, he's going to work. He's going to get in there. He's going to make it, or not make it, but he's going to take a shot. Not a very good shot from Conley either, to be honest with you. I really don't know why they keep pushing it to Conley. He's not guarding Westbrook that well, and right now he's on playoff Paul. This is bad. This is very, very bad. Okay, Klay Thompson, they need to foul because they're going to take this all the way down to under 10 seconds, so I'm not really sure what's happening. They're just going to let him win, I guess? I don't know. Okay, sure. Okay, they run out of clock. No, okay, they violated, right? Okay, yes, all right. The Thunder get the ball, 6 seconds left, down by 2. Whew, this is a tough one. They're going to call a timeout here. I mean, there's a lot of guys you would like for the... Oh, man, we really could use Jokic right now. If this were Jokic, he could get any shot he wants. That man is absolutely dominating. But unfortunately, he is not in the game. Is it going to be James Wiseman taking the big shot here? Okay, OG's in, Klay's in, Conley's in. Klay gets the ball. Klay can shoot. Klay can shoot. Come on, dude. Make a shot. Take a shot. Okay, there we go. Come on. Oh, man. Klay Thompson misses in the clutch just like he does in real life. Although in real life, he missed every shot. So I guess he did a little bit better here. But we are out of this in the Western Conference Finals. We will jump forward, see who wins, and then we'll get into, I think, our penultimate season. And the Spurs can't even win. They lose to Trae Young's Indiana Pacers. The Pacers have Trae, Tyler Hero. I mean, this team isn't even good either. Oh, they're pretty deep, actually. Man, we had a real chance to win this one. All right, let's see if we had anyone retire from us this year. I may have missed names because I'm not really looking that closely. It doesn't look like we did. Let's just check Hall of Fame. No, we're not Dewey Wade's team. And no. Okay, so that's it. We have one more addition to make, I think, before we finish this roster. So I'm going to jump forward and we'll see who that is. I've gone and added Jalen Duren, another Memphis man. Okay, look, if we do not win a title this year, also I moved it to power forward just in case you missed that. I know he plays center, but we have, we have Jokic, Weissman, and Alex Lynn all playing center. So I figured it made more sense for him to play power forward. If we don't win a title this year, we're going to take the nuclear option and add Wemby. I don't want to do that. I do like Wemby quite a bit, but I want this team as constructed with my favorite players in the NBA right now, all working together to win a title. Will it happen? I have no idea, but we're going to try. Let's jump in and see what we do. Okay, we are the 1 seed going up against Memphis, a team we know pretty well. I mean, we've seen these guys several times. Actually, wait, they look a lot different. Scotty Barnes, Kemba Walker. This team is actually a lot different, but they do have Marcus Smart just like in real life. But he's playing in this one. But yeah, so we should have a winnable series here. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, they steal that first game off of us, but nothing much past that. Then we play Golden State. Ooh, okay, they have Giannis. They have Blake Griffin, a former friend of ours, Kat, and Okongwu, Aaron Gordon as well. But the guards, I mean, it's Jalen Brunson, but the guards leave a little to be desired here in this team. So hopefully Conley and Clay can run roughshod on those guys. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, we get through in 6, and it looks like we're going to avoid... who was the good team last year? It was San Antonio, right? Yeah, San Antonio's out of this, so we don't have to worry about them. But who are we worrying about with the Rockets? They have Brandon Ingram as their best player, Jalen Green, Jarrett Allen, Paolo Banchero. So a young team. Hartenstein is here. A young team, not a great team. I think this is a series we should win, but I've said that before and been wrong, so let's jump in and see how it goes. I really thought we were going to waltz through this, and we are locked into Game 7 here once again. Any injuries? It doesn't appear so. Maybe somebody. No one's injured. Do they have any injuries? No. So it's just, oh God. Okay, please, guys. Okay, everyone just take a moment, say a prayer that Jokic doesn't foul out in this game so we can win it and go play the Celtics.
I ain't never, ever seen you act like this before.
Okay, currently we are down by 2, but if we win this, it might go down as Cade Cunningham's coming out party. The good news for us is if we scroll over here, Paolo Banchero is fouled out of the game. So they're missing one of their big star players. That's good to see. Hopefully we can shut down Brandon Ingram. Let's jump in. There's 1:02 left on the clock. We are at home. We have the ball. Both teams are in the bonus. OG's going to look to inbound. Got to get into Conley. Here we go. Come on. Get the ball in. There we go. Okay, gets it into Wiseman. Back over to OG. We have a very big team in right now. But hopefully it works for us. I'm not sure. Not sure if this is going to work. Come on. Get it over to Jokic. No. Yes. No. Okay, we'll take it. A terrible shot, but we will take it. It's back to tied. This game has 56. I can't talk. This game has 45 seconds left after I couldn't say 50 seconds for 3 or 4 tries. Here we go. What is Ingram going to do? He's being guarded by James Wiseman, which is not a matchup I love. Gets it over to Jarrett Allen for an easy throwdown. Okay, I don't know why we're running this lineup right now. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Why is Clay not in the game at all? Very weird, very strange. They do have a big point guard in here. Is that? Yeah, that's Cedi Osman, so I guess it makes sense. Over to Cunningham. Cunningham looking to get the screen here. Going to take it from Jokic. Oh, Jokic popped. Oh, my. What? Ooh. Oh, I'm not really sure about that. OG, come on. OG misses the triple, and that's probably going to be your ball game. They're going to foul Osman. He's going to go to the line, try to put his team up by 4. That is Jokic's 5th foul, I'll note, if he misses these. Here we go. Shot is up, and that is a miss. That's a miss, so there's definitely a chance we could get back in this. Okay, come on, Osman. Missed this one. Missed this one. Yes. Okay, win in. Get the ball in, please, OG. There we go. We got to go quick. Move fast. I don't love that. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. We're going to lose again in the... Oh, damn it.
Hey, you're a bad man.
I try not to curse on this channel, but when stuff like this is happening, we're losing again in the Western Conference Finals. Malik Beasley is going to try to end our season, and there it is. 4 points, 10 seconds. No chance we get back into this one, I don't think. Make it 5. Holy crap. I can't believe it. I can't believe we lost this Rockets team. They're not even good. Put up a shot, please. Someone, just try. Just try. Thank you. Oh, my God. And he makes that. He makes that. Come on, man. What are we doing? I can't believe we lost this.
It's a family show, y'all.
You can't blame Cade. He had a good game. But we are going to lose this one. Brandon Ingram is going to the line, so yeah, it's definitely over. He's making both of these for sure. First one is up and in. He's actually only an 81% free throw shooter, so there's a chance, but not a very good one. Here it is. Up and that. Oh, he missed it. Full court heave. Oh. We've seen it happen several times in these saves, but it doesn't happen there. The OKC Thunder are out in the Western Conference Finals once again. We are doing one last season. And I didn't want to do this, but I'm going to break the glass in case of emergency and add Victor Wembanyama. I'm not sure how we're going to make it work, but it's going to happen somehow. We're going to have Jokic and Wemby. I know it's cheating. We've been cheating the whole save, though, so it doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead, see who wins this title, and then we'll put together our super team. Also, I have to say the Rockets better win this series. Okay, at least the Rockets win. So we lost to the champions. Brandon Ingram leads his team. He's 89 overall, and he leads his team. I mean, this team is trash as well. Oh, we could have won a title. Their best player is LaMelo. Oh my God, we could have won a title. Okay, let's really quick. Let's see if anybody retired. We got to check that because some of our guys are getting pretty old. Greg Oden finally retires. Okay, had a good season or a good career. Excuse me. Evan Turner, the villain, has retired. All right, it looks like our man. What's his name? Crap. I can't. Oh, Tyrus Thomas used to be on our team. He retired. But what is his name? Crap. Mike Conley is still with us, which is great to see. So we're gonna make one big addition. and I will see you next season. All right, we have gone with the nuclear option for this very last season. I've added Wemby to the squad. He is going to be playing power forward for us because I think Jokic fits better at the center. That also means Beasley is going to slip back to the small forward, so good for him. I would love to see guys like Michael Beasley, Klay Thompson, Mike Conley, and of course Ish Smith win a title before their run is over. This has got to be close to the last year for most of those guys. So let's hop in and see if this team with Wemby can finally get us a title. Okay, before we get into this, I want to point out to you that James Wiseman led the team in points this year. Also 11 rebounds from our big guy. That's huge. Surprised to see Wemby's numbers not that great, although I guess it's not that surprising considering we have so many good players on the team. In fact, it's like very stacked at this point. Even Jalen Duren can only get 5 games. Somehow Poku starts or plays 81 games. He's up to an 80? Oh my God. Cade Cunningham. Can we just look at the team? Hold on. We are the 1 seed as you just saw, but yeah. Wow, we are looking very good. We got a lot of guys very happy, which is good to see. Okay, we are playing the Pelicans here in round number 1. They have Ja, who is going to give, I think, Mike Conley some fits, but of course with Cade coming off the bench, I don't know if that really matters too much. I mean, look, Moses Brown, he's going to part like the Red Sea when we get in there with Jokic, Wemby, and Wiseman off the bench. And do we still have? Yeah, okay. So I did get rid of Alex Lynn, so he's not still here. But yeah, this guy doesn't have a chance. Julius Randle, look, you might as well have stayed injured because you're not playing well here. I just don't see how there's any way this team can win. Okay, I said that before, and we have been crushed. So hopefully it doesn't happen here. Let's jump in. Come on. Please get a sweep. Don't make me look stupid. Come on, boys. Oh man. Okay, we didn't sweep, but we do get through. We're playing the Lakers in round number 2. Now this team has Steph Curry. And just about, oh wait, De'Aaron Fox is also here, but I was oh my God, what the heck? How is this team functioning? Their 3 best players are all point guards. Okay, well, TJ Warren's not a point guard, but Chris Paul, De'Aaron Fox, and Steph Curry. Not quite and Quickly. I guess Quickly's a shooting guard, but he's only 6'2", so yeah, I think we're probably going to dominate them. Let's see. Yeah, Steph can't even win a game, and now we're back up against Houston. Now, I'm not going to say anything, because this team beat us last year. They've added Carmelo Anthony, Jalen Green, and Paolo got better. Darius Garland is here, but please let us win. All right, we are up 3-2. We got to close these guys out. I cannot do another game 7. Let's see how it goes. They're going to make me do another game 7. They're going to make me do another game 7. We lose by 7. Is anyone injured? No. They are going to make me do a game 7 with this lineup against this lineup. They're going to make me do... Oh, okay. All right, come on. We got LeBron waiting for us in the NBA Finals here. LeBron, Clint Capella, all these dudes. Come on. Come on. Do not do this to me again. Please. All right, they are going to do this to me again. It says we're on a 15-game winning streak. That is a lie. I'm here to tell you that we have not won 15 games in a row because this team has taken 3 games off of us. Okay, Jokic at the line. He'll probably make these. That's good to see. Okay, we're up by 2 with 1:24 left on the clock. We got Darius Garland checking in. He has scored 33 points tonight, so he's definitely been their spark plug. And Jokic misses. Oh, come on. This was on a 3-2. Wemby and Cade both check in. I have noticed that Mike Conley was hurt for a minute, so maybe that's part of the reason this is close. But again, we have Cade Cunningham at 88 overall. He should be able to handle Darius Garland. All right, Jalen Green gets the ball, bringing it down the court. Klay guarding him. Come on, Klay, lock him up. Let's go, buddy. They're clearing out, letting Jalen go to work. Can Klay answer the bell? He almost did. Come on. Okay, he's starting to step back. Comes over, gets some help there, but Allen gets a rebound, and did he get fouled? He did not get fouled, but he did make the shot. Keeps it a 1-possession game. Come on. We have Jokic and Wemby, and Jarrett Allen is getting boards. Come on, guys. All right, here we go. Cade Cunningham with the ball. He has a huge height advantage here. He should definitely try to take advantage of it or get it into Jokic. We like that too. Jokic, okay, doesn't shoot a fader. Thought he was going to. Gets it over to Cade. Cade needs somebody. Come on. Brings over Beasley. Gets the screen. Picks and pops. Hits it right in... Who is that? Keldon Johnson's face. And that is what we love to see. We are up by 3 with 45 seconds left to go. Cade Cunningham having a big game. And, I thought Paolo was about to shoot. Gets it over to Jalen Green. A weird little dribble there. Somehow he magically could just hold the ball between his legs. That's fine. And puts up a shot. Misses. Gets his. No. Does get his own rebound. Gets it out to Garland. Garland being guarded by Cade. Going to get a screen here from Jarrett Allen. Come on. Lock him up. Lock him up. There we go. Oh my God. Jokic, you got to play better defense than that. Jokic, what are you doing? You just let him slip right by you. You keep doing that. Please stop it. Cade going to get the ball, going to be fouled. Cade's not a bad free throw shooter, I don't think. That is Garland's fifth team. That is his fifth personal. So if he gets another foul, he's out of this. Cade is a 92% free throw shooter. Makes a 2-point game, 23.5 seconds left on the clock. All right, up to 3. They're going to call a timeout. Whew. We got to take a second to breathe.
I need a recovery beer.
All right, we have caught our breath as best we can. Jarrett Allen here to inbound. Probably going to go to Garland here. Green has been playing well, though, too. Gets it over to Green. Jalen Green going to go to work on Klay Thompson. He does have an advantage in terms of speed. Keldon Johnson, Michael Beasley, over to Green. Green going to work. They need a 3 here, though, so I'm not sure. I don't love this from him. He goes up on Jokic, misses. But how are you letting Jarrett Allen get these rebounds? What are we doing? What are we doing? Gets it over to Cade. Cade is going to the rebound. Cade is going to the free throw line. I am struggling to talk because I'm so flustered right now. We have to win this game. We added Wemby for this. We cheated so hard, harder than we've ever cheated before. And you guys are not going to win here? Come on. All right, we're up by 3. Okay, Darius Garland still in the game. He's a good 3-point shooter. He could make this. We have Cade on him. Gets it over to Green. Green is going to pop and miss the... Oh, thank you, God. Okay. It is going to be Wemby going to the free throw line, but I don't think it's really going to matter. If he makes either of these, it's over. I mean, I think it's over either way because it only has 0.3 seconds, but he makes that one. That is your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. We get out of this one. Cade Cunningham has a monster game for us, and we have finally made it back into the NBA Finals. We're going up against our old friend LeBron, who won us 2 titles. Hopefully, we can turn the tables and beat him for... Oh, my God. You've got to be... Okay, it wouldn't have mattered. It didn't count, but good God, I can't believe he made that shot. Okay, we are going to go into the NBA Finals, face LeBron, see if we can get title number 6, which is really not a good average when you've been playing this for 30-something years. But look, we will take it. Let's go see.
Let's get ready to rumble!
All right, here we go. The Wizards have DeJounte Murray, Sabonis, Clint Capella. Of course, LeBron James is the big ticket item here, but I think everywhere else we should hold the advantage. I mean, you look at the 2 teams and it's just like we can actually, let's do this. You look at these 2 squads and it is shouldn't be close. And then we definitely have the advantage on the bench as well. But let's see how it goes. Okay, we'll go slow here. This is our final save. We win game 1. We win game 2. Come on. We win game 3. Let's hop in and see if we can hoist that title. Come on, boys. We get several chances here. LeBron is dangerous, though, so you never know what's going to happen. We're going to be able to hop into this one, which is really good to see. Oh, actually, they're going to kill us. We're just going to we're going to sit through that. Okay. Wow, they crushed us in that 4th quarter. Okay, one more game. Come on, boys. Come on, put it together, please. Please bring one home for Daddy. Do not let Daddy LeBron destroy us. Okay, this is a tight one. We'll take that. Oh, are we going to win this one? Yeah, okay. I think we're going to win this one. Okay, let's hop in. We got 8 seconds left to go on the clock. Let's see what happens. All right, I said 8 seconds. I mean, an 8-point lead, 1:42 left on the clock. We are probably winning this one, but we're going to stick with it. We're not going to count our chickens before they hatch. Cade Cunningham gets a nice screen. Doesn't get it into Wiseman there. Klay Thompson's going to shoot the fader, right? Is that Robert Williams? It looks like him, right? And yeah, Robert, the Time Lord Williams' face, and DeJounte Murray is going to go to work. Okay, here we go. Come on, we just got to play decent defense here, not do too much. LeBron is checking in, and they are going way too slow for being down by 8 points, but gets it into Cody Zeller, and Zeller misses a wide open lay-in. I mean, he was bothered by James Wiseman, but that is probably not enough to do that much damage. Here we go. Wemby in the post, going to get it over to Klay. Would have loved to see him try to back down. Who is that? It's Robert Williams, but he doesn't. Gets it back over to Wembanyama, over to Beasley. Beasley's going to have to shoot here, I think. Maybe he gets it over to Cade. Yeah, Cade is a wide open shot. Come on, baby. Let's go. All right, we have a 10-point lead. 53 seconds left to go. We have finally done it. It has taken so long to get back to the promised land. I think it's been since like 2007, 2008 maybe, and it is 2023 or maybe 24. It's 2024, yeah, because Wemby's on our team, and we had to break the nuclear option and add Wembanyama. Valanciunas can't make a shot, and Michael Beasley gets the board, and this is all but locked up. We got, oh, let's go, baby. Wemby puts the hammer down and finishes this one with an exclamation mark. All these guys looking to check in, but I don't think they're going to get a chance to. Cade playing good defense, gets it over to Zeller. Zeller almost walked out of bounds there. Cade has been playing very well here against DeJounte Murray. I say that, and then no, he forces a miss, and here we go. That is going to be your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. We have won title number 6. I'm going to do a quick rundown, and then I will get you out of here and moving on. I'm sure this video, by the time I finish editing it, is going to be well over an hour, maybe even 2 hours, because I've been recording this for about 2 weeks. And, it's 30-something seasons to get through, so if you have stuck with this whole thing, you are a true champion. And I guess at this point, I don't usually ask to like and subscribe, but if you have stuck around this long, then you might as well subscribe, if I'm being honest with you. Okay, we have won a title. That's number 6. Let's go ahead and do our wrap-up, and then I'll get you out of here. All right, fittingly, Cade Cunningham is your finals MVP. Love to see that for our Oklahoma State man. Real quick, let's just look at this league history. We want to go to league history. Season awards, so we've had, we had Jokic win an MVP. We had LeBron win 1, 2, 3 MVPs. And then I think we had Shaq win 3 MVPs as well. No, just 2 for Shaq, right? Yeah, just 2 for Shaq. Remember, these were our lean times. We were bad. But the more important thing is the champion. So we get 1 title. I believe I'm right on 6, right? We played, how many did we play for? So we played 1. Wow, we have not been back in a long time. It's been a long time. We last played in 2009. Where the Cavs beat us. So, wow. Okay, sure. But we did win in 05, 06, 04, 05. Shaq and LeBron were still here. So we really did have like 3 eras. I mean, we had the dark days. We were really bad. But yeah, we won these 3 titles right there. We played in another one, right? We played in several actually back then. But yeah, we had several eras here. We had our bad years. And then we added Shaquille O'Neal. That was huge for us. Of course, Shaq was dominating for us pretty much day in and day out. And then it took a while, but we added LeBron. He got a couple titles for us. And, then we've been languishing for several years until finally we could add Jokic and then Cade and then Victor Wembanyama, which, is a great player you get to add. Man, it was a fun save. I hope you enjoyed. I had a lot of fun. Let's just see if anybody retired for us this year. It'd be a great year to go out if you were Mike Conley, but it doesn't look like he didn't go out yet. Wow, Mike Conley doesn't retire. Great for him. Love to see him continue to play, but we are going to go ahead and get out of here. It's a fun save. It was a long save. I hope you enjoyed. I want to say that if you're looking for a way to do a save in the future, this is a very fun way to do it because you're going to love all the players. You don't have to deal with anybody you don't like. You don't got to sign like Dylan Brooks or Bruce Bowen or any other guys you hate. Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, didn't have to deal with any of them. But yeah, so if you want to just have fun, do one of these. It's very long but very rewarding, especially if you're going to win 6 or 7, maybe even 8 titles. Maybe you do a lot better than me. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I will see you all next time. Goodbye.
Thank you.